every message, so leave your phone number. 303-629-8477. Is that right? 629-8470. That's 303 Martino. You know, it's funny how you say something every day and then all of a sudden you forget it. So it's 303 Martino. By the way, today is car day, so we're going to talk about that too. Car day. Now, I also want to put out a word. I do this now and then for my research and edification and for the show topic. I want anyone living a double life to call me. It came up in conversation. There are men mostly who have, in fact, I don't know of any women, men who live double lives. Suzanne met a family last night where the dad lived a double life. This is where they go to a city, they grow up, they marry, they have kids, they go to another city, get married, have kids, and the two families don't know about each other. They're married at the same time to two different people, two different families. Have you ever heard of this? It's not uncommon, okay? I wouldn't say it's 1 out of 100, but it's not uncommon. You see, you weren't shocked when I told you this. Double lives. My father lived a double life, but I don't think he had kids. But he did have a wife and all that. And this woman thought that he was a widow. No, well, I don't know what she thought, but she thought the kids were grown and I was just a little boy. And his wife didn't know anything about it. The wife he had elsewhere. And he was a real smooth operator, so this woman fell for him. She was a very nice woman. She's not, not all other women in a relationship. They're not all hussies. They don't know sometimes that they're a victim of a phony. So my father had a double life, but it wasn't quite like the ones who actually maintained two families. He didn't have other kids. He had some stepkids, but he did not deny his other family. He just said they all grew up and went away and the mom died or something. So that's different. There are some guys that right now you're listening, and you know that you're in Thailand half the time and in America half the time or in LA half the time, New York half the time, or in Hawaii half the time. You know who you are, and you have another family. Think about it. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to talk to you for my research on double lives.
What if I'm a superhero? Would that be considered a double life?
No, because you're not cheating anyone.
Okay.
A double life is where you are cheating someone. That's what I want.
Fair enough.
No, because I am a superhero, or I was when I was a kid.
Right, and that's what I was talking about.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a superhero, and I embarrassed myself. Let's talk to Sean, then we'll talk to Ed.
Okay, Sean,
and it is car day. So, Sean, you have a 2016 Ford Edge with a coolant leak. Is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
And you have a misfire, too, right?
I do have a misfire.
Well, what happened first? And, by the way, why do you suspect a coolant leak?
So, I can tell you, kind of just go through the whole story. So
well, actually, you know what? I'll give you 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, so I leased a 2016 Ford Edge from Mike Naughton Ford in Aurora. Around last year, around 65,000 miles, I started having an issue where the RPMs would fluctuate when I was just idle, just standing there. Car was on, I'd be at a stop sign, and the RPMs would just fluctuate. After a while, the check engine light popped on, so I took it over to Siltahar Ford to get it looked at. And they told me right there the car was 2 years old, 60,000 miles, or 65,000 miles, and they told me I needed a new engine. I was kind of confused about that. I wasn't sure why I would need a whole new engine at 65,000 miles. So I went to the referral list and I went to Pro Auto Care to get it taken care of at Pro Auto Care, because that was probably my first mistake, was thinking that Ford was trying to take advantage of me and trying to tell me something that was different. I don't know. I was just confused on why I needed the whole new engine at a 2-year-old car. So I took it to Pro Auto Care. Pro Auto Care, they kind of started with the cheapest things, and then we went up to the most expensive stuff. We did spark plugs. We did fuel injectors.
And you're over 30, but that's good. You're progressing. Keep going.
So we did the spark plugs. They did a fuel injection cleaner. And then they came to the conclusion at Pro Auto Care that what was happening with my car was that there was so much carbon buildup on the engine that it was causing the third piston to not sit in the engine properly when the car turned on.
Okay.
So when I turned on the car, they were thinking that that was causing it to misfire because it wasn't sealing on the closure. So that was what they did. So I did the work. It was about $5,500 later.
Wait. Was it under warranty? No, right?
No, it was not. Because
Okay, and you spent $5,500 with Pro Auto Care?
With Pro Auto Care.
Okay,
yeah.
then what?
And then, so after that, it started having the same problems again. And so I have no idea why it wasn't working.
Wait. What did they do for $5,500? Al's here today, the owner. So what did they do?
So,
and this, by the way, this should be, I love this because it shows that we talk about everything, and we love our people on the referral list, and we'll talk about everything, and we stand behind it, or they fix it. And I just want this is just a side note for everyone listening. You'll never find ever anybody in the media that has this relationship with their sponsors. A lot of people say, well, how can you be an advocate and have sponsors? Here's how. You control your sponsors, and I mean that in a good way. You work together. Whereas CNN, and I'm not kidding, or Fox or any other station, Channel 9, those people on the air, they make believe they have nothing to do with their sponsors, but their sponsors are paying the bills. They just pretend that they don't have anything to do with them, and therefore they don't help you with problems. If you have a problem with someone who advertises on Channel 9 or Channel 4 or Channel 7, there's nowhere to go. And so the whole point I'm trying to make is this, is that you can pretend you don't have sponsors, but everyone has sponsors. It may not be, you may not directly be in touch with them, but they are paying the bills. So I want to continue this, but here's what I want to know, okay? The $5,500 in repairs, did they do what they said they were going to do? I assume they
Absolutely.
did. Then why didn't it work? Well, here's my concern.
I think they got the diagnosis wrong.
Well, here's my concern. If they got a wrong diagnosis and it cost you $5,500, that's unacceptable if that happened. But here's also what could happen. There are times you have more than one thing wrong, and they see something obvious and say, well, we know for sure that this cylinder is not sealing, so we have to fix it. But for $5,500, you damn near had a complete engine rebuild, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I could have almost done like $2,000.
All right, hold on. We'll come back to you. Then Ed wants to do a follow-up on Oak Tree Classic Woodworks, and that's a really good story. And then Jolene wants to talk about Auto Nation.
This report is sponsored by Exxon and Mobil's new Synergy Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline.
There's a few slow spots in the drive across town. If you're traveling out to the airport, give yourself a little bit of time. There's a crash on inbound Pena Boulevard just past Tower, blocking the right lane. Seeing some delays there, so again, pack your patience, give yourself plenty of time. Off-highway, northbound Sheridan remains closed between Quincy and Lehigh due to a water main break. Lowell or Pierce are the best alternate routes. Those repairs are expected to last all day, so just plan on using that alternate route. The weather forecast. Going to be sunny today, a chance of afternoon thunderstorms with a high of 91 tonight. Thunderstorms early, then mostly cloudy overnight, a low around 64. Right now, a few clouds above and 78. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
Exxon and Mobil's new Synergy Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline. Their best fuel ever keeps your engine 2 times cleaner for better gas mileage. It's Supreme. It's premium. It's Supremium. Fill up today or go to Exxon.com for more details.
I love K&H Home Solutions.
It's just a company I've known from the beginning when they were K&H Windows, and also Ted, the owner, who took over about 30 years ago, and before that, I knew Henry Seligman, who started the company. So it has heritage. I also love Everlast Siding. Oh my goodness. I would pick Everlast over any other siding. A lifetime of durability. It's waterproof. It's color fast, impregnated through and through with the color. Also, a rich wood look and texture. You can soak it in water and nothing would happen. Now put them together. You have K&H offering you Everlast Siding at the best price they've ever offered it. Now, they usually have discounts, right? This is a 40% discount. Yeah. And they have great financing available. Now, you can call for details, 303-421-7100. But make your own appointment, no obligation, at khwindows.com, khwindows.com.
Mark? Suze has given me a phone number. Somebody called in and they have a number to call about that student loan. I'll figure out what it's all about. I don't know.
Let me summarize this.
I'll let you know. And then Joanne does not have the ability to scan and email it to us. Her husband's dropping it off.
And then we're gonna make a copy and give it back to them.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
How are you? Good to see
Hey,
you.
our car's heading your way on Monday.
Awesome.
And did they tell you that we have Ruth's Chris coming today?
What are they bringing anyhow?
Well, they're
I feel
starting
sorry for
into
Mark.
boxed lunches, so we'll, you know.
Oh, wow, interesting.
And I told him that their steak sandwiches
Did you
are
tell
mighty
him?
good.
Did you tell him there are low carb people?
I did tell him that you would not eat carb, and I said if you brought a sandwich, you would take the meat out, so
Yeah.
he knows. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so.
Okie dokie. So, yesterday at dinner, we're at Ruth's Chris for this
He's rubbing it in.
whole
Yeah.
deal. Listen to this, though.
VIP, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.
That I wasn't invited to.
Yeah, I know. I piggybacked.
Daff was, and he was.
But
Well, I
anyhow, we're sitting next
Okay, I
to the sister and the mother
I
of
forgot
the.
to
What
tell
was
you.
that movie called?
Into the Wild.
Into the Wild. You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
This guy like
Colorado
donates
Broadcasting,
everything he owns,
the head gal's
and then goes to
coming
Alaska
on
and lives in a
Thursday
school
to
bus
meet
and
with
dies
them.
in the school
And
bus.
she's a huge
But it
fan.
was his sister.
Gee, I wasn't sure
and,
you wanted to
Maybe
be
I'll
part
do
of
that.
it.
Maybe. If not,
not
really,
his
Starting
mother,
at
but
10:15, I'm going to
that's
bring her
where
up
he
to
brought up
the
that.
show.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
We were talking about it
You
this
got it.
morning.
And
He found out when he was 24
Yeah,
years
Show them
old.
how we research and what we do.
Exactly.
And they'll
he's
get airtime,
got a
too.
whole nother
Like
family you
coming
didn't know
on
about. The dad had two
giving
fucking
updates.
families.
That's what I'll tell her.
And
Yeah, she is
his
so
half
excited.
sister
Good.
was at dinner
And
with
she
us,
said
and
they've
his
done it with
it wasn't
my
actually
comments
his
and
mother.
everything, so we're going to need to
But
put together a
the sister's mother was
contract or
married
whatever they
to
need, or you
the
know.
other guy. I
I'll
mean, it's a
figure that
little
out.
confusing,
Yeah.
but it's fucking crazy. We're gonna watch that movie again. I don't remember. I kind of remember this school bus scene.
I don't like stories like that because they make me sad because he dies at the end.
You like the one where that dude gets stuck and cuts his arm off, man? That's bad.
No, I don't
You're in
like
Colorado?
those kinds of
I
things.
know. Or Utah, right?
I mean, I like the triumph.
He was from Colorado.
Yeah.
I like the triumph stories. I don't like the fact
Can
that
you
the guy ends up
imagine
dead.
gnawing your arm,
Pocket
freaking
knife.
arm off?
He used a pocket knife
Yeah.
Why did he gnaw his arm off?
because he had it trapped behind a large.
It was so stuck he couldn't get it out. So it was either starve to death or cut your arm off.
I guess I don't know, man. How do you
How in the world
do
do
it?
you get to that point?
But how do you do it
Hunger.
without passing out?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
without cutting,
And without
cutting,
bleeding to death.
tendons.
No, that guy. Now that is ingenuity.
You're right. How do you do it? How do you actually do it?
Right.
Without
I pulled
passing
a tooth
out
out
or
of my
bleeding
head. That
out.
was bad enough.
Honest to
You have to
God.
tourniquet first, right? To stop the feeling out of it.
But didn't he cut it off up by the shoulder? Pretty
I thought it was an elbow.
Now
Did he go
I'll
back
tell you.
and get it?
I'll tell you one guy. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story about it. One guy. I know him personally in Franktown. Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. We got Ugly Ed paying all of the car songs he can think of. I like that. And he's our board up, and we call him Mr. Ed. Hello, Tom. 303-713-TALK. Now, we are talking to Sean. He had a problem. We don't have to go through it all. 2016 Ford Edge, 65,000 miles, out of warranty. Engine light goes to Pro Auto Care because the dealer said he needed a new engine. Pro Auto Care tried everything they could to get it to run. Then finally, they said, according to him, that he basically had to rebuild the engine. $5,500 later, it still is doing the same exact thing. I find that shocking. So what is the rest of the story? Al, were you able to call any of your people to get the details on it?
I just messaged and stuff, and if I've got this right, this is the vehicle that had carboning, which these cars have.
Right. No, I understand. Nobody's doubting
They
that.
cleaned it, and then when he came back, it was continued, so they pulled the cylinder heads off the car.
And did a top?
And go in and do a valve, absolute valve job, basically. Clean them. It's the only way you can get them out. The carbon
Was that
builds
the
up so bad.
5,500?
Possibly. I don't know what else is on the ticket.
Was anything else done? We're going to look at the ticket, but Sean, you can tell us. Was there just a top end done for 55? That sounds high.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
all?
well, just the top end was like 3,000.
Oh,
or
okay.
2,000 something.
That's
and then we
okay.
had the fuel injectors.
That's different. Okay, now I get it.
Cleaning,
I get it.
and then we had the spark plugs and all that.
But it should work. So now what?
Yeah.
Where does it stand today? I'm sure you've talked to Pro Auto Care. Now, are you calling? Just tell me. I don't know, and we don't. By the way, screen for this. Are you complaining about Pro Auto Care, or are you complaining about the car? What are you complaining about? What can we help you?
So I want to. Well, this is one of my main questions too. You know, when a car acts in good faith, but they can't fix your car, and you know you're kind of just left there with a broken car still. Like, what's your
That,
recall?
you know what? Here's the deal.
It all depends. If you had multiple problems, then they really did something of value, and then you should probably pay for it. But if they just hunt and peck and spend your money, they should either give your money back or complete the job and fix it for what you came in for. That's what I think. I mean, let's say a shop, and I'm not talking about Al. I'm talking about if a shop did something totally you didn't need, then that's tough on them. That's how I feel. Jeff, how do you feel at Kimmer Transmission? How do you feel? Jeff Vick.
No, 100%. If you haven't solved, if a customer comes in with one complaint and you attack something and it's completely unrelated and you're not actually fixing that customer's problem, that's on the tech.
But what if, though, you really needed what they did?
Really
that's
needed,
different.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
They come in and the wheel's falling off. You got to tighten the wheel down. Well, you just got something you needed.
Right. So a lot depends, and Al's blind here. And this is really a good testament to what we do, because
absolutely.
The reason it's a good testament is we didn't warn Al, and we didn't know you were calling about this. So we knew you wrote to us, but we didn't know the specifics, and also he didn't even get a chance to pull a ticket. So let's do that. So Sean, we're going to call you back, okay? I need to let them look at this and see what we're going to do. All right? Cool. But here's the point, and I want you to pass this around. This is what happens when you use referralist.com. You have somewhere to talk about. You have somewhere to talk and to complain or to give kudos. Bennett, for example. You want to give a kudo? Go ahead, Bennett.
Yes, I had some work done on my car earlier this year, and they overcharged me for a part by mistake, which I already had paid. And I went to take the car back, and I called Al and asked him if he had a record or they owed me the money, and he said yes. And I said, Al, here's my problem. I don't have the invoice to prove it. He says, you don't need it. I've got it.
Oh, cool.
Now, how honest is that? He could have said, I don't have it.
Right. Right. No, and thank you, Bennett. We appreciate that information. Bennett is an astute consumer, so he especially would be on the lookout. So that's good. All right, Jolene, what is happening with AutoNation? Jolene.
Yes. Hello.
What's going on?
I had bought a car in April from AutoNation, and I had put $3,000 down on it. It's a 2006 Subaru Tribeca. About 20 days later, I started having transmission problems.
When you put the $3,000 down, just one thing I need to ask: where'd you finance the rest?
It was through Canvas Credit Union, I believe.
Okay, go ahead.
And so I had called to make an appointment to see what they could do, because obviously something's wrong with the car.
How many miles were on it?
It was 162,000.
Yeah, well, you're always going to have problems, no matter where you buy it, from who. It's as is. So what did you want them to do if you bought it as is?
Well, I had actually purchased a warranty.
Good. What kind of warranty did you purchase?
It was like a 12-month warranty with where I pay like $100 deductible, and they work on like the engine, transmission,
okay.
And then there's
okay.
Stuff that,
now here's what I want to say to people listening right now. I try to make every call relevant for people, so, and obviously to help you. But here's the relevancy here. Even with a warranty of any kind, with the exception of buying a new car, you should have your car inspected. Because even with a warranty, there are exceptions. So if you have an inspection and it doesn't fall under the warranty, you're not going to buy the car. So with the problem, what did they diagnose the problem as being? Did you get a diagnosis?
They said that the transmission was going out on the car.
Okay, now, next question. Are they going to do it under warranty?
So they originally said that they would, so I had took it in.
Well, what does the warranty say? That's what I want to know, Julian. You can read your own warranty. What does it say?
It said that they would replace it. I believe it was a used transmission.
No, Jolene, no. I need to know what your warranty promises when it comes to that problem you had. Do you know?
They just told me that it would fix it. Honestly, when I
You didn't read I just need to know, did you read the warranty? Is it covered under the warranty? And are they lying to you? Or just, did you read the warranty?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
I didn't even know
Then
that
I won't-
purchased the warranty.
Oh, you didn't even know you bought it?
No, so when I had
How
went
much
in,
how
I was
much did they
signing
charge you for that warranty?
$2,499.
Can I ask something silly? How do you sign a contract for $2,499 more than the purchase price and not know it?
So when I had went in there to go purchase the vehicle, I was there already for about 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't my question, how long you were there. I was asking...
No. She's saying they wore her down.
Okay, you're interpreting for me. So, that's what you're saying. They wore you down.
That, and I had my 2-year-old son with me, and he was very irritable.
So, Jolene, if they would have put in an extra $10,000, would you have noticed it?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So now you had an extra $2,500 snuck in there. Any others, like insurance or anything, credit life or anything like that?
There was another warranty for $999.
What's that for?
I believe it was for.
Oh, they saw you coming.
I honestly couldn't even tell you what that one was for. I think it was another mechanic one.
So actually, they snuck in $3,500 on top of your purchase price, and you didn't even notice. Was there any insurance or anything you bought that you didn't know about? Credit, life, disability? Did you buy anything like paint protectant, interior? We call it mop and glow. Did you buy any of that?
There was one for the windshield that I knew about. The guy had explained to me. The
etching of the windshield. And how much is that?
That was $599.
Oh, okay, so that's another $600. So you have now $1,000, $2,000, $3,000.
No gap insurance?
No.
So you have $4,100 basically, $4,100 on top of the purchase. That's $4,100 extra on top of the purchase. What else? Anything extra? I'm trying to, maybe we take a look at the whole deal. What was the purchase price? Just the purchase price, not the amount of your payments. I mean the purchase price on the lot. What did it say? What was the purchase price?
It was $799. $7,999 for the vehicle.
Okay, so you paid almost 3/4 of that again. It's like you bought 2 cars.
Right.
Oh, my God. Jolene, you should have had people help you.
When he was telling me about the warranty, he did go over the warranty with me, but he did not give me a price on it, ask me if I wanted to purchase it.
That's your fault. That's your fault. I mean, I'm not going to tell that guy it's his fault. It's your fault. I mean, that tells me he's a good salesperson. That's what it tells me. I mean, he got away with selling. I don't even know if you paid right price for the car. You have 162,000 miles on a what? What kind of car is it? 2006 what?
Subaru B9 Tribeca.
Okay, so I don't even know what that is. But if it's worth what you paid plus another $4,200, you didn't call to get bad news. And the reason I'm doing this, I really have to explain this to you so you don't feel bad. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, and I do want to help you. But I need other people to hear this. So when they go to buy a car, really, they think, holy crap, I'm not going to let that happen to me. See, then I've accomplished something. If just one person hears this and says, wow, I'm not going to let that happen to me. And AutoNation isn't the only dealer that does this. So now we are left with one thing and one thing alone, the transmission problem. Is the warranty going to cover it? That's a yes or no. Did they say they would fix it? And I don't mean at first and then this and then that. I mean ultimately, right now, will they fix it?
Yes, that's what they told me.
And then why are you calling?
Because I had took it in to go get fixed, and then I had problems with it again.
Wait. So they did fix it. You picked it up and had more trouble.
Yes.
Okay.
It was the same transmission problems, though.
And then what happened? Did they say they would fix it again?
So then they told me to take it back in. I took it back in, and they said that there was nothing wrong with it, that they couldn't diagnose it with anything.
So right now, they don't feel you have a problem.
No.
And you do. Is that what it boils down to?
It's still, yeah, I'm still
Okay.
having the same.
All right, we're going to get you some help.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Dan Caplis afternoons at 4, KHOW, Denver.
This report is sponsored by Exxon and Mobil's new Synergy Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline.
Give yourself anywhere from 15 to 20 extra minutes if you're traveling out to the airport. Crews are still working on that wreck on the inbound side of Pena Boulevard, just past Tower, blocking the right lane. Traffic is already backed up almost.
I got info on that car. They did the thing. Those cars. No,
Well, what happened?
It came. He drove it for a while, and he had no problem. Then he said he had the misfire. They brought it in. We drove it like almost 80 miles. They started. We had.
You can't duplicate it.
Couldn't duplicate it.
So you're saying he doesn't have a problem?
We're not saying he doesn't have a problem. We're just having a tough time duplicating what he needs to do. And even Alex,
How long? How many miles did he put on it since the
he
55?
drove it. So he's about 2,600 miles since he originally came
Okay,
in.
good.
So it needs to be fixed. We're happy to fix it. Bring it to us and let us.
All right, we'll go back.
But he talked about a coolant leak.
Fill up today or go to Exxon.com for more details.
QC! That stands for quiet cool. It's a whole house fan, and I have it in my house. You should too. And I mean it. There is not one instance where a whole house fan would not benefit you. I mean, it will benefit everyone. Especially QC, the quiet cool part, because they remotely mount it in the attic behind insulation. So when they have this small flexible duct to the register in your ceiling, you don't hear the motor. You just hear cool air coming through your home. Here's what it does. Mainly, it gets rid of that hot air in the attic. It brings in fresh air from below. It destratifies your air, which circulates, so you have savings, comfort, health, ventilation. 720-398-4510. Installation, less than an hour. It's all remote controlled, so you don't dig into any walls for switches. 720-398-4510. QCcolorado.com.
Okay. Are you done with line 3?
No.
Are you done with line 1?
No.
Okay. Okay, and just so you know, I stopped using my headphones like this. I have
Why?
a bud in. It's hard to like have a set of headphones plus the headset.
You don't have your headset for the show.
Yes, I'm using my iPod earbud in one ear and then
You
my
tell
headset
me why
in
we
the other.
can't find a headset that can listen to the radio show and be, oh, you don't want it to. You want to be able to take that show out.
Yeah, I got to be able to hear the show while I'm fielding a call. So I just want you
Are
to
you
know I'm
truly
listening,
listening?
even
Wait a
though
minute,
it's not.
hold
It
on.
looks like I'm not.
Are you truly listening to both ears different things?
Yes.
At the same time?
Yeah, I've got my earbud here, my iPod earbud here,
Yes,
and my
yes.
headset here.
You are literally multitasking.
I do my best, Tom. Honest to God.
Wow.
So.
I could listen in one ear one thing and in my maybe I could.
You know what it does? It at least lets me know if you say my name. Just start listening.
Hey, Mark, is there if you have a CD player, right?
Yes, sir.
Is there something a disc you can put in? I know this sounds crazy.
A CD player, a disc you can put in.
A fake disc that will allow you to then input other audio.
No. Like the old cassettes?
Yes. Remember the cassette had that? A dummy cassette?
Mm-hmm. Nope, nothing. What is it for, yours?
How's that?
Oh.
I have a disc. You know, when am I going to listen to a CD?
Never.
I mean, they do make CDs still.
Yeah, you can buy them and burn them still. I mean, computers still have them.
I think I have an auxiliary audio input, I think, but it's not the same.
No, there's nothing like that, though, that I've ever seen.
Does anyone do people put CD changers? I have one in my G-Wagon.
My brand new
cards.
Yeah, it has 15.
The cartridge. You have the cartridge? Is that what you have?
And I don't even know where it is.
It's probably in the trunk.
I don't even know where.
Yeah,
I don't have a trunk.
Well, it's in the back somewhere, generally.
You know?
They were doing that a while in the General Motors on the big radios where you could actually feed it right into the dash. It would do 5 discs.
My new one's got a multi-DVD, but it's for the movies on the
Headrest?
Back seats, yeah. So that's pretty wild.
That's kind of a cool deal.
It's built. It's OEM too, man. It's crazy. All touch screens, everything.
That is amazing. What is that trim level on that? What is that?
It's Genesis G90. There's
Then
one. There's one trim level. I got the 5
He's
liter
got
all-wheel drive.
this fucking bomb. It just is bullshit. I was
It's
talking,
fucking nice, ain't it?
I was talking to my shrink.
420
I was
or
talking to my shrink about
440
this, and he says they're having trouble with their image because of the association with Hyundai, and they're doing everything. We were talking about marketing and perception. The car, I swear to God, is on par with a Bentley. If you look at a Bentley sedan that's going for $200, and you look at that, but people will pay $200 for the Bentley
because
and
they
not
got the status
buy
of payment.
that.
Yep.
It's status.
Status.
It's. Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, I haven't forgotten about any of you. We have Sean, and we have we're working right now, and then we did research, and then Jolene, the AutoNation thing. This thing we really have to get to the bottom of. So here's what I'm going to do first. Jolene, since we left off with you, Jolene, we want one of our people to totally diagnose what you have. Then we're going to determine if it's covered by warranty or not. It's that simple. If it's not, then you just bought a pig in a poke, and you don't and you just don't have the coverage. I would like to see also if any of those coverages are cancelable and you get money back. It would be nice to reduce your loan or get money back, unless you want those ridiculous things. You know, the windshield thing, the other warranty, you have no idea what it's about. It's $1,000, and then you have your other warranty for $2,500. So if you want us to look at that, I want you to send your contract to us by email. Then the other thing, Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, he's our guest today along with Al Ramos of Pro Auto Care. Jeff Vick will take a look at your transmission. What part of and he'll do a free diagnostic. What part of town are you in?
I'm in Denver.
Good. Suzanne's going to give you all of the information. Now, 1, to email us your contract. 2, to give you Jeff's information. Now, he'll be waiting for a Jolene, and he'll take a look and then let us know.
Okay.
Is the car operable?
Can you drive it?
Yeah.
What AutoNation did you buy it from?
It was AutoNation Toyota, the Centennial one.
Okay.
Yeah, she's right up the road from us.
Yeah, right up the road. You know where you bought that? That's right around where Kimmer Transmission is. He's on Jordan and Arapahoe, basically, just a little tiny south and on the east side. So, Suzanne, give her that information. Now we go to Sean. Sean had a 2016 Ford Edge, 65,000 miles out of warranty, so he goes to Alaramas. They looked at everything they could because it had a carbon buildup. It was not running right. It was running a little rough. They did a top end plus injectors and a whole bunch of stuff for $5,500, and you said you have the same problem. But according to their records, and correct us if we're wrong, we want to know this. You drove it about 2,500 miles before the new problems arose or the old problem came back. Is that right? Did you have some period of time after you spent that money that you had? And I'm not saying it's sufficient. I'm just saying, did you have a period of time where everything worked right?
No, not really, because I still had the RPM fluctuating randomly. The check engine.
So wait a minute. So from day one, after spending $5,500, why then did you wait? Because when you came back or when you talked to them, it had 2,500 more miles on it. Why didn't you tell them the next day?
I've been in there like 6 or 7 times trying to get it fixed. I've been to
well,
both
the
locations
first time. And listen, Sean, I'm not trying to trick you. They're gonna do everything they can. I'm just the very first time you went back. Well, you went back 5 or 6 times. What was the first time you went back? Did you have 10 miles on it, 100 miles on it, 1,000 miles on it? How many miles?
I don't know. I drive my car a lot. So
was it a few days later? Was it a month later? You got to help me here.
Yeah, this was back in August when I did the major work in August. So I think I took it back a couple months later, a few months later. I don't know. But
okay, well then that's not right away then. I'm wondering. See, I'm really trying to wonder
When did the problem occur? You said right away. Well, then you said you took it back a couple of months later for the first time. So did you have problems the whole time and just didn't bother taking it back? Or what was your, tell me what happened. You had the work done in August. Did you experience on the way home the problem?
The problem, no, not on the way home. No,
okay.
Immediately. The problem has been intermediately this entire time, though. So that's the thing that
okay.
I took it back to Pro Auto Care several times, and
Good.
I couldn't actually recreate the issue. But then when I got the car back from Pro Auto Care, it would be misfiring again. So
okay.
Like I would take it to them, I would cry wolf, and they would give it back to me, and then it would happen again.
They said the same thing. They said they can't find the problem. So
here's the thing that what Ford told me. Ford told me, I talked to the Ford, and after digging, I actually learned that I found a service manager that works in a Ford in a different state.
Yeah.
He told me that they redesigned the entire engine block because what happened was Ford manufactured a crack in the base, and I also have pictures from the service manager, by the way. They manufactured a crack in the base for heat expansion or something.
Are they going to fix it?
No, because I'm out of warranty, and they redesigned the engine block. So Ford is telling me you need a new engine, you're paying for it, and that's pretty much
Now, wait a minute. When you called originally the show today, what were you calling about? Were you calling about Ford or about Pro Auto?
I have a multitude of questions as far as like, okay, should I get like it's a lease vehicle. Should I get a warranty when I buy out my vehicle in the next month or two? Should I, is there anything I can do with Pro Auto Care to, help them remedy this issue?
I think
this is screwed. Like,
are you thinking there was nothing wrong with my engine except this crack, and if they did that, it would have been fixed, and I didn't need any of the other work? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I think this engine sucks, and there's maybe a lot of problems that are happening. But
all right, good.
It's still going to be.
Then here's what I think.
The carbon issue.
Are you going to keep the car? Are you going to keep the car?
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to keep the car because I have way too many miles on it now.
Okay.
I have to keep it. And
are you leasing it or buying it?
It's leased, and I have to buy it out by next month.
Okay, then if you're going to do that, all right, if you're going to do that, no, I wouldn't buy an extended warranty. No, I wouldn't.
No.
What I would do is whatever the problem is, let Pro Auto Care fix it. And if it's something totally unrelated, then we'll get a second opinion, and they'll give you a giant discount. If it's related, if they missed it, then they're going to do the work. Let them have a chance, okay? That's all we can say, right?
Yeah, and absolutely. Sean, you got a problem. I want to help you. Understand that your car don't work right. It's a problem.
Right, and you know that they were trying to find it. You went back 5 or 6 times. I don't know. I'd like to know ultimately, Al, what does it turn out to be? Really?
Yeah, and this thing has a myriad of issues. He's right.
Okay.
The motor then redesigned. I'm here to help, man.
It was a bad motor from the factory, but that doesn't mean it can't be fixed. They're pledged to give you your money's worth no matter what, and we will follow that up, okay? Now, Jolene is off to see the wizard. She's going to have her transmission analyzed. Then we're going to figure out what she bought that cost her this $4,200. Is it worth keeping, or can we get her out of some of those warranties? More coming right up.
This report is sponsored by Exxon and Mobil's new Synergy Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline.
Traveling out to the airport, well, it looks like that crash on inbound Pena Boulevard approaching Tower is being cleared out of the way. Traffic speeds have improved quite a bit over the past half hour. Just give yourself a little bit of extra time just to play it safe. Otherwise, that drive looking fairly decent. Normal delays in the normal spots. Northbound I-25, slow coming out of the Tech Center from Orchard traveling up to Hamden. Slows down again downtown between Alameda and Colfax. Westbound I-70 slow in the
Talk it. I mean, is that...
Yeah.
Is the media going crazy on him like they would Trump?
Hell no.
They're not. If Trump said that, what would happen?
Be all over.
Racist motherfuckers with this.
Oh, yeah. Al Trump would be on that whole thing.
Right now, the Dems have nobody that's going to unseat him.
Hey, we'll help this guy, man. Alex drove this car home. Okay. He took the guy's car home and drove it. He can't get him to do anything.
For more details.
Sheridan Auto Tech. He's not here today, but he comes in on Auto Day. He is an expert and a good guy and someone you can trust. He's been in business more than 20 years with thousands of customers. He's in Lakewood, on Colfax, just west of Wadsworth, and in Aurora, on Havana, just south of 6th Avenue. Go see him. You'll love him. SheridanAutotech.com, part of the family at referralist.com. 303-455-7242. 455-7242.
So yesterday, Suzanne was down doing some other stuff, and Daphne was doing the show. So she was listening just to the radio, us on the radio, okay? Not like on Facebook. So when you went to do that Lazera spot, I'm talking to our guest. She's like this, I don't know, 83-year-old woman, right? 83.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
And she's Catholic, and somehow we're talking about birth control. And I said, so is the morning after pill abortion? And she said, yes, I'm Catholic, blah, blah, blah. So he just turns the mics on, starts his commercial, and I go, well, how about the pull-out method? Is that...
You heard that?
She heard it on the radio. She said she was laughing her ass off, you know.
Oh,
I
no,
said,
technically, okay, listen. You know I'm of the opinion that no one lives by a code strictly.
Yeah.
Technically, the church doctrine is sex is for procreation, and you're not supposed to spill your sperm.
You're talking Catholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
know.
technically, but no one does. And no birth control.
Yeah,
That's
so basically
spilling your sperm into a condom. No birth control and no sex unless you want children. Now, if you have it by rhythm would be the only acceptable method where there's no birth control and you're trying to time it so she doesn't get pregnant.
Yeah, that's the
although
method.
Philosophically,
it's not for enjoyment.
Catholics do not. It's not for enjoyment.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. Even though most of them don't.
So where did the celibacy come in on the Catholic Church? Because
there is no celibacy.
The original
no, there is on the priest.
No, I know, but in the church, not in the Bible.
The original were not. They were married.
The first pope was married.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know that he was married.
Yes.
Tom, you never answered my question last night, but it is deep fake, not deep flake.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I laughed so hard.
I mistyped it.
Do you know what deep flake is? It's when you.
But they knew what I meant, right?
Yes, but I just wanted to clarify that.
You run an algorithm on somebody, and then you can put. I can make you do anything through
Oh
this
no,
algorithm.
that's what I'm talking about.
But deep flake is the same thing, but it's only in porno. So if I deep flake you, I put you in a porno.
But deep fake, don't they make it's like almost like, what do you call it, CG, right?
Oh, it's crazy. They were saying though the porno thing is a real deal because what they'll do is they'll do this with like these stars. You know,
making them look like they're having sex.
Yeah, and it's so realistic, it's fucking crazy. It is cool.
I heard somebody tell me.
But I've never heard of it until you said that.
I've never heard of deep fake, have you?
No, that's what I'm talking about. But deep flake is the same exact thing. It's just, it's in the porn industry.
That might have been made up story.
So, Suzanne, that's a great topic, among other things. People are paranoid about their digital life.
They're coming in the 22nd of this month.
I wanted Hogan in too, but he's out of town.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
I usually have him in around
Christmas. Doesn't want to give up. Doesn't want that to come.
I mean, that guy that took it over is such an asshole.
I do like him. I don't know why I like him so much.
Like Hogan? Yeah, he's just a good guy. He's a good guy. That's right.
He's like Mike. You know, these computer guys in general are pretty cool. I don't know why.
Oh, I like. You don't know Charlie. He's done work for me. He has a computer of mine now.
See the Apple guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I gotta
I
gotta tell Audrey. No. He's mostly PC. He just does mine. No, he's mostly PC. Charlie Dunham. What's the name of his Colorado?
The thought just messed my brain up. Oh,
what's that?
God.
What's 80-year-old pussy taste like?
What?
Depends.
Oh.
That is so fucking good.
Just ruined my brain, man.
What's 80-year-old pussy taste like?
Hey, we're online, guys.
It depends.
No, not it depends. No,
just
depends.
Well,
you ruined it.
I ruined it.
He was
Depends.
supposed to just say depends, not it depends.
It's all about the punchline.
Oh,
man.
God.
Well, she still got it, though.
Oh, she's... Jeff, where do you get this stuff, man?
You know what? I'm going to keep that one, man. I like that one.
That will mess anybody's brain. Hey, whatever happened to the comedy works used to come down here? I thought about that the other day.
It doesn't. It just didn't.
It wasn't worth it for the show?
Yeah.
It took too much time?
No, we had somebody fuck that relationship up.
Oh, okay. Now leave that alone. Thank you.
And his name is, and his initials are MB.
And he drinks a lot.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Now,
Ed, by the way, after Ed, we have wide open lines, so give us a call. You can get right through. You can get right through. 303-713-8255 or 303 Martino. Ed called, and Ed said, I had my kitchen redone, new refacing, and I had the doors. I had the drawers. I had the boxes. I had it all done, and it starts falling apart. It's like the trim is coming off. You know, on the front, the panels on doors that have the beveled edges and the flat middle, and it looks really pretty. Sometimes there's one bevels or one indentation. Sometimes there's multiple, depending on what you get. And he said at first they look really good, but then what happened, Ed?
Then about 3 months later, Tom, they started coming apart. And Eric at Oak Tree Classic, and then Mika.
Mika and Eric were not very nice when we called. And I don't know what they told you, but they were kind of ignoring you. Let's just face it. And we called the dad. Because the dad, or Daphne did, Daphne thought of that. She goes, wait a minute, this was a father-son thing. She called the dad who had retired, but he was pissed off because he wanted to keep that name, Oak Tree Classic Woodworks, and he wanted to keep that name righteous. And so what did he do?
He apparently, I don't have proof, Tom, but I know the man well enough, we're friends, that he put a phone call into his son and said, you're going to make this right.
Good.
And
I love father and son tie or family stuff where the father is teaching the son how to do it right.
He had taught Eric how to do it. It's his attitude, basically, that has gotten him in trouble here lately.
Yeah.
And Dad has straightened that out. I do feel that, because they did stop over here after your assistant, Daphne, called Dave. Then Dave put a phone call in, Eric and them. They were set up to come over here at 2 o'clock. Well, my better half comes home at 12:30. She'd been on the phone with them because you called them.
Yeah.
And they were setting up an appointment for 2 o'clock. But then after Daphne talked to Dave, then all of a sudden they're going to be here at 12:10. And they were here at 12:10, and they looked at the doors, and they took off a drawer front, and he said that he was going to take off all the doors and redo them completely, give us brand new doors.
Yep. Good.
And I said, if you're going to do that, why do we have to wait for you to get done with the doors if you're making brand new ones? And he goes, okay, we'll leave the doors on here, and they just took a drawer front, and they're supposed to be getting
Thank you.
on.
That's good stuff. I like hearing that.
And I thank you guys for your help.
Well, you know what? It's good when things like this happen, and usually I get a chance, and I haven't had a chance in a few weeks here, so I got to get out my dinger. I normally...
I hate when he gets that dinger
But
out.
you know what? It's worth it. Hold on, because when we have success, and I like to say it pays to listen to the Troubleshooter show, and then I take out my dinger. And I don't know why I can't hear it. Bro, help me out here, huh? Come on. You have suppressed my dinger. There we go. All right. Remember that. That's what you get when you have success. And when we talk about bad guys, you get this. You notice I don't overdo. I do not overdo my sound effects or that.
You're just despicable.
All right. I love my sound.
What was that one?
You heard what it said? Listen.
You're just despicable. I have no clue. Does anybody understand that?
You don't. Oh, maybe I should take it off. You don't understand what they're saying? It's Elmer Fudd. You're despicable. You're despicable. Listen.
You're despicable.
Maybe I shouldn't have it. No. If you can't understand it straight up, I shouldn't have it.
It needs to be clearer.
Now, any calls up now, we're going to take first up next hour, 303-713-TALK. What about this one? I love this one. I had this done. Ready? Not really, but it sounds like I had it done. Ready? Here it is.
You are an idiot.
I love that chorus.
Yeah. What about the slaughtered goat that you did that one day?
No, it's not slaughtered. It's sheep. I think they're
I was
sheep.
way off. Yeah, you had the guy that was doing the fraud from Michigan.
Yeah. And I don't know where it is now, doggone it.
I thought I had,
fantastic.
you know, I got to get to know these better because how about I like That's pretty good.
That was you last week, right?
Hey, Becky.
Yes.
We do have really good advice for replacing windshields. Not all glass is the same, so hang on and we'll talk about it coming up. I'll get right to you. And everyone else calling, 303-713-TALK. It's Car Day and more on the Troubleshooter Show.
My family was devastated when my father lost over $1 million in the crash of 2008. Hi, my name is Ethan Kapp, and this crash devastated my family. 40 years of work and retirement dreams were dashed in less than 1 year. And to make matters worse, Dad had already retired. I was determined to find a better way, and luckily after 5 long years of research I did. I don't want your family to suffer through the next crash like we did. So today I'm giving you a free copy of my best-selling book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street. I reveal the strategies I discovered where the wealthy grow their money safer than the stock market, get good rates of return, and get tax-free cash flow in retirement. If you're concerned about losing your hard-earned wealth in the next stock market crash, then call Wealth Beyond Wall Street.
Did you see that? I have better pictures.
Dude, it's like
What?
this.
What are we looking at?
Oh my God.
What are we looking at, guys?
The rock that went through Miles' windshield.
Oh my God, that would scare the hell out of me.
Dude, he was doing like 60. No, it's Frank.
Hey, is it true?
Going into Colorado
Is it
Springs.
true you can have detonation or pre-ignition without knowing it, just mild, and it could be ruining your engine?
Car in front
So
of him.
even though I
Not since I should pick
think,
that up.
but hold on, can I ruin my G-Wagon engine by running it on 85?
This is the SUV.
No, you're not
We were
going to get
shaking
pre-ignition.
glass out of his stuff in the very back
When
of
does
the
pre-ignition?
We have
Tell me
What they're
this.
talking about is it
How
sets
do you
off
get
the fuel
glass
prior to it
dust out of
reaching
vents?
top
We
dead
had
center.
Michael's auto
So you're actually
line,
getting ignition.
Right, because the octane's too low.
He says there's still a
Yeah, but it's literally.
pressured air.
Oh,
That's
a good idea.
I want to ask you guys something about engines.
Pressure there,
Listen,
he says, the
Al.
compressor.
Well, the shop vac you can reverse.
Well, you can do that, but the thing is, you want to
It's
vacuum
so
to get it out. You don't
Yeah.
want to push it
Al.
in.
There was glass all the way to the back of the
After you're done.
SUV.
I mean,
It's
No, we
all
got-
in
we
the
got it.
speakers
I need to know
and
something.
fins.
Tell me.
Are there compression ratios that equate to octane? In other words, my one engine can run on 80 octane because it's only 7 to 1 compression. That's low compression, right? Okay. How do I know when I can't run on a certain octane? Because I don't want to ruin my engine and I don't want to take chances. It's recommended 91, this one engine. Hold on. It's recommended 91. It's an aircraft engine. But I want to know, could I get away with 87? Now, I'm not asking you to put my ass on the line. What I'm asking is, it's got a 10.5 to 1 ratio. Is that too high of a... That doesn't sound like too high. Would that run on 87? I think
All day long.
Yeah.
And the fact is, the car has it built into its program.
No, yeah, but this doesn't have a knock sensor. That's why I'm afraid.
Yeah, but the program knows, it sees how the vehicle's running and fixes it. Because it's reading the sample of
This
the
is an
exhaust.
aircraft engine. It doesn't have a knock sensor.
It doesn't?
No,
It's an
it's a little Rotax. But I'm curious. I'm just curious if that 10.5 compression is so high that it'll pre-ignite that 87.
No, definitely not. Without a doubt, definitely not. First of all, diesel fuel, first of all, is rated in cetane for its ability to burn. The lowest rated diesel engine you're going to get, it starts at 14.5. Because you need that kind of
this
compression
is a
to pop
gas
it off.
engine. This is
Gas isn't going to pop off under that
So,
light of a...
so what is the compression ratio like on my G-Wagon, for example?
Probably around 11 to 1.
That's what I was going to say. I'm sure it's higher. Because they've increased
Is
now,
10.5 to 1
not gone down.
considered high?
Even if it's a
Not by
they
today's
can
standards.
because they can adjust
You
variables.
know, back in the
And
60s,
variable
yes.
can-
Most of them were 7.5.
Well, that's how they get all that horsepower on a little 4-cylinder, too.
I just want to know.
They did.
I just want to know I'm not going to be ruining or cutting the life down of the. Everyone's saying, oh, you need at least 90 octane. It says 91 or 90 octane. No, 91 is recommended. What's the difference between 87 and 91? Because here's why. All the 91s have ethanol. I can buy 87 without alcohol. So is it better to go without alcohol in the 87 or with alcohol in the 91?
All day long without, because they're using the ethanol to boost it. That's how they're making there. That's what most gas pumps are actually
No, I know.
doing.
They're cheap octane enhancers.
Exactly right.
Because it retards the combustion. I know it, and I'm just like I said. I'm afraid that I'll get a rough, not rough. I was told there's something called hidden detonation. You don't really hear it because it's running really well. I think that's impossible. If you get pre-ignition, you're gonna feel it.
You're going to know it.
You'd notice it.
Yeah, just avoid the carbon buildup because that's usually what will start pre-ignition because you get
carbon does
yeah,
more.
It'll burn so hot it'll actually start to fire off. So just once every right before you go get your oil change, run a can of BG44K. Run that through there.
Yeah. BG44K is for the gas. Is it really?
Just dump it in with the gas.
It's good. What does it do?
It cleans out that fuel system. It cleans off those valves. Helps keep carbon buildup from being.
Why would carbon build up?
Just from inefficient combustion.
Yeah, you can't 100%. You're not 100% efficient. So I've seen a couple of these arches that are Florida.
Yeah, these things are and that's on a panga.
Yeah, these guys are nuts with these fishing boats. That's $200,000 probably a boat like that, And then trailing them around. I'm like, yeah, we're going fishing.
Yeah. I'm going fishing tomorrow. I'm taking my fly rod, my dogs, and a box of flies.
Yeah, not you $200,000.
Does Rat Bastard like fishing?
Loves it.
Really?
Hardest part's keeping them out of the water.
No, there's no way. I'm surprised, Mark, you've never had labs the way you love dogs. Labs are fun dogs.
Yeah, I like the watchdog look though,
Well, my yellow watches. She watches you eat. She watches you leave.
Watches you fish.
This is the company that I recommend to friends and neighbors and get glowing reviews. Ideal Home Loans.
God, that is the funniest line, man. God, it's just it's really amazing.
Such an oaf. I love those memes of him and Obama though, where he's doing stupid shit. Obama's president.
Did you watch that last debate? They actually don't even like Obama. Obama's too in the middle for these folks. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're so extreme, aren't they?
Oh my
well,
God.
and I think another part of that too is that there were so many people who just like the anybody but Bush era, they believed it was anybody but Obama, and so they just got away from that whole thing. I think they're trying to bring some of those people back over from the fold. Look, we're not following Obama's lead. That's the only other thing I can figure there.
It's just the damnedest thing.
Because he went from the prince.
Oh, he was a man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The smartest way to hire.
I don't see any way Trump loses. I mean, honestly, not
with anything who they've got running.
It's a carnival of idiots is what it is.
That Pocahontas, she is so angry, man.
She's an angry person.
I've never seen her like in a friendly thing in any setting. She is so mad at everything.
Also, Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I mean, even like Booker, who I can't stand. I mean, I've seen interviews. And
Can I say something? Another thing. At this altitude, you're not compressing as much. Even a high compression engine isn't as high as at sea level.
No, that's why you gotta have a turbo.
That's even more reason you don't need the octane, they say.
Nope. And if you think about it, like over at the Mile High Nationals, when they run those top fuel dragsters, they have to spin their blower so much faster to put stuff in.
Up here?
The density
to get more air.
So when they bring it down to race in Florida or whatever, it's totally different.
Yeah. They're putting different pulleys on the blower. They have to make the blower work so hard up here.
Hey, guys.
Just here, too, right?
Just here.
Hello, Tom Martino here this hour, brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. We all love Frank. I've never had a complaint about Frank. Knock on what? People always say knock on wood. That means don't tempt fate. But you know what? I don't care. He is so good. If you complain about him, it's like, what can you complain about? You don't like his cologne? I mean, he doesn't even wear a lot of strong scents.
That would be offensive.
Yeah, that's a funny little story. 303-713-TALK. By the way, Frank Duran, the real estate man. I'm serious now. If you're buying real estate or selling real estate, call him first. Call him first. He may not list it for what you want to list it for, but you know what? He gets more in the end because he has this way of listing to get multiple offers. And he doesn't, I mean, I'm not saying he lists rock bottom. He lists at a realistic price that he knows will get action, and then he causes this excitement. He knows how to create a market. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Mark was referring to offensive sense because in that one thing that was making social media news and trending pretty high, it was about the Democrat Socialist Convention, and they never got around to actually the agenda items because they were so hung up on procedure and point of privilege. It's called. When they point of privilege, please. Point of privilege. Would you stop addressing us by gendered pronouns? And then another guy. Point of privilege. We do not like clapping. That sudden burst of energy and sound combined with the air movement is disruptive to the soul. I suggest jazz hands. And then they all start doing jazz hands instead. And then one said, point of privilege, please. We have a quiet room for those who are suffering sensory overload. We just ask that if you enter the silent room, you do not have any offensive scents. Scents are unwelcomed. So anyway, we listened to this and said, when are they going to actually talk about issues? And they never got around to it. Now, this is not, I say, an anti-political thing. I don't care. I just think it's funny.
God, it's so real, too. And we're talking that crowd was, what, 1,000, you think? This wasn't like 10 nuts. This was like 1,000 nuts.
So on the crazy meter, where would it be at?
On 1 to 10, 11 and a half.
Fair enough.
But you know what? People, I love variety of people, and I love, listen, I don't care. It's fun. Let's talk to Becky, because this is an important issue, and I want to tell everyone we have a couple lines open at 303-713-TALK. Al Aramis is here from Pro Auto Care, Jeff Fick from Kimmer Transmission, and I urge people to listen to the Advice on Car Day, listen to our podcast, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Becky says she has to replace a windshield. What kind of car do you have, Becky? Oh. Really?
So, wouldn't that be a problem with the wiper arm, guys, not the windshield?
Typically, yeah, I'd be looking at the wiper.
Now, windshields nowadays, what year, here's a 04. When did it start getting complicated, guys, with all the sensors? I mean, it is. Mark, the windshield in your car would cost how much? 10?
Oh, over
8?
$2,000.
Oh, way over. What? He's going to be shocked. It's going to be like 4 or 5, right, Al? He's got a heads-up display and everything else.
Unbelievable, yes, and you've got many of the new cars have the radar sensors and stuff.
Oh,
it really,
what?
You got to have some skill. Sure, you have sonar and radar on a lot of the cars were actually.
How do they plug in? Are there little cords that plug into these windshields, or is it?
Yeah, or
are they edge connectors?
They have points where they actually clip. They have clips on some of them. Depends. Some of them have antennas, the vehicle radio antennas up on the front. There are multiple things.
Anyway, Becky, here's something though to consider. Not all glass is created equally. I used to think, come on, OEM is OEM. Now OEM may not be the best glass, but I'm saying there's a different hardness of glass. Isn't that right, guys?
Absolutely. There is subpar quality glass that is made very cheap. That's why you can get these windshields put in for a couple of $100 that normally will cost $500.
But here's what I say: is the more expensive one going to keep it from cracking as much?
They're stronger. The density of the glass is better. But yeah, what are you throwing at it?
That's right.
What are you throwing at it?
It's all in the math. For example, if you can get a windshield for $600 and you can do 3 of them, you know, or do 1 of the more expensive, but you still have to replace it now and then, you just really have to figure it out for yourself. Here's the good news. None of them are truly unsafe that are on the market right now. You have to look for what? What is that? Is it DOT?
Yeah, DOT, absolutely, because that's considered a safety feature of the windshield is.
So the DOT you have to look at.
Certified and
but other than the DOT, it's really a matter of cost versus hardness. And on your vehicle, they're not going to be that expensive anyway. What would OEM on a 04 Windstar? How much?
I wouldn't do. I just call it Premium Auto Glass. They're on a referral list.
Of course.
And they can do OEM
Suzanne,
if you want.
Can we get Premium Auto Glass on just when you get a chance? I want to ask him a few general questions about windshields. So you listen, Becky. What were you quoted for a windshield on that Windstar? Okay.
It's got to be that wiper arm.
And you're worried about what is happening. What is the symptom again? The symptom. Okay, hold on. I know exactly, but it does meet the glass sometimes in some areas, right? Yes, and here's what the rule is. Here's the universal rule. Exactly where your eye level is, looking out straight ahead, is where it will not meet the windshield and leave a streak. It's almost like it's a universal law. If you're going to have an area in the snow, especially, or wet rain, when it's snowing or raining or sleeting, there's going to be one area, but it's exactly eye level, where you look out and you wonder, if I was just a little shorter or a little taller, it would be perfect. So you get somebody taller, they have a car, and that little streak is right where they look out. It's almost like a cosmic joke. Does that make sense?
That's a crazy deal, yeah.
No, but
I
seriously,
think I know what's wrong with the car.
I'll tell you what happened. I had the same thing happen to me, and I needed wiper blades. It was that simple. What do you think, Ron?
So when you do those windshields, you're pulling the cowling and you're also pulling the wiper arms off the car.
Yes.
Okay? And when many of those old ones, they get jammed, the guys are kind of pulling on the arm. You can bend the arm mechanism. It's pretty simple, not that strong.
How old are... Go ahead.
When you go to put them back on, they could be cocked on the little tangs that come out. And more time than one, we've even seen...
The arms are not that expensive, are they?
No, and they get so old they start rusting and the spring loses tension.
Hey, Becky, how old are the blades, the wiper blades? Oh, okay. Probably not blades.
Do you know what most manufacturers for wiper blades say how long they last?
What?
6 months.
Wow. But here's the deal. She definitely needs to check those arms, and you can check them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the arm and the holding mechanism which holds the blade itself.
But I do have general questions for windshields, so if we get the guy on, it'll be great. Now, PJ, what is going on in your life, PJ? What's going on in your life? Yes, PJ. When did you buy it? Okay, go ahead. Keep going. I don't care about aftermarket spark plugs. Who the heck cares? How many miles on this Volvo? All right, hold on a sec. We'll come right back to you, okay? 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I told you about Frank Duran, the real estate man. I also want to tell you about, because it's car day, SentryRV.com. They have a big selection of Cougars and other camper trailers and fifth wheels and Class A's, and that is SentryRV.com, 303-453-1111. We have a dealership at in the metro area in Lakewood and one up north near Longmont. So it's 303-453-1111.
Did you have was my card there?
Do you want Andrew in here? He brought lunch.
Yeah.
There's steak and crab sandwiches, and he has $200 gift certificates as a giveaway.
Oh, cool.
So,
okay, well, you got to answer. What am I thinking? 1 to 10, 7. I win.
That was easy.
He won. So I wasn't sure. Do you want him to come in here?
I want to thank him for that invitation.
Oh, that was me.
Wow.
Have him come in. We're not going to do it. I mean, seriously, now we can't do a long thing.
I told him that it's not.
I mean, these BJs don't look good. Okay, we're on. right, let's talk about Fix It 24/7. You think I don't have communication with my sponsors? He just emailed me about a special, and oh no, he texted me, and I'm going to find it here. I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm live on the air, and George says, can we please try this special? It is an unbelievable special for $39 for the AC. We will go through your entire AC system and check every connection and pressures, make minor adjustments and clean it. And we will take out the parts we can and put them out and use solvent. And this thing is like a refurbishing of your system. Here's what George wants you to know, okay? This $39 is truly a loss leader. He'll give you a no breakdown guarantee. If they find something wrong, of course, they'll let you know and they'll apply the $39, but that's not their purpose. It's to give you trouble-free service. And here's how serious they are. They'll do it for $39, but you've got to call in the next hour. I'm sorry, because they're so busy with the heat, and that is Fix It 24/7. That's 720-526-3939. That's 720-526-3939.
Yeah. That was on me because it was a wine tasting, and I didn't think you would. So that was on me, not him. But I know I'm giving you a hard time.
You give me a hard time.
So yeah, headphones. When you talk, you push on the on and put your mouth right up to the mic.
Okay.
Can you get that
chair?
chair?
I try to, but
If not, let me see if this will.
Maybe grab that one's down.
We got some phone books someplace.
They're all down.
Grab Mark's.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
You
grab
take
my
Mark's chair. And I'm going to actually take these, but the two giveaways, however you want to handle those, I'll give these to Suzanne.
I don't even think twice about it. It's like a weight lifted off of you.
Stacy made the switch in 2016. To make the switch,
busy?
JUUL.com.
Slammed.
Labs compensated this individual.
We can do it as fast as we can go.
What's that?
Trying to keep up with the workload.
Keeping up with the workload. The heat just.
It's nuts right now.
Yeah. Everybody needs it.
That's good news, isn't it?
We just need to ask them for longer time.
Oh yeah.
Because it's impossible.
Tom, Suze wants to know what number you want her to get for the windshield wiper. Yeah. She's not sure.
For windshield wiper, we told her.
How's your store doing?
good.
You take them off.
Oh, good.
When we come back on there, they'll tell us.
Warm. Those things are hot.
Yeah, so
I got no
they'll tell
low
us.
heat. Just put me in the child.
So they'll
the
tell.
child table.
I know they throw you right into the wolf. So when they come back on,
Well, if you're really bad, you gotta sit in that one over there. Just look out.
Look out the window when you're.
If I was double, I could sit on my knees if I wasn't so fat.
They're about to remodel this whole thing, and they're going to change out a lot of stuff. So hopefully the new chairs.
Put the chair.
Yeah.
Is that why they went on that diet thing? But things are good. Are you guys been to?
The one over here?
Well, yeah, DTC.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. Have you guys been?
I have.
You have?
I have, absolutely. Absolutely.
What about you?
Nope, right now.
I keep gift cards. I was going to give you like.
One of my.
They're gone. They're gone in the gift pile somewhere.
They do that. You guys do. I can't remember if you guys. I think you're the ones that do the appetizer with the. Is it the ahi tuna or?
Yeah, the seared ahi.
It's like the best around, man. Yeah. And it's like me and my wife were like, wow. We were introduced to it.
It's man, we had a great time last night.
Yeah, I said it's a sign of a good time when you forget your credit card.
Those folks we sat next to, man, that old woman, she had to be, I think she was 83, she told me. I swear to God, she is as sharp as a tack. I so thoroughly enjoyed my conversation with her. Screw her kids. I mean,
yeah, no, she's the coolest. She won a big 1.5 liter of wine last time. And when we gave it to her, she goes, "Oh, this is gonna make great spaghetti sauce." And everybody started laughing. She goes, "I'm."
Do they go to all of them?
I'm kidding.
Do they go to all of them?
What's that? Most of them.
Do they? Does it generally work that way? You have the same people.
80%. About the same 20% new each.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man.
And then now we're running. Oh yeah, you get some.
Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Let's talk. Okay. We have Rob Knight from Premium Auto Glass. We had questions. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Tom. Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, man. You're on a referral list, referralist.com. We love Premium Auto Glass, but we have questions. You know,
you bet.
Not all windshields are the same. I mean, right? Is there a difference in hardness?
You know,
or not?
Not really so much that.
Okay.
Every glass produced has to meet federal specs. They have to meet Department of Transportation minimums.
Are there some stronger than others?
Not really a strength issue, but we look at it as more like a fit and clarity issue is what we run into from brand to brand. So if we have one brand
well, that's good to know.
Doesn't work so well, maybe on an Audi, we can use another one. It's kind of a matter of using them over and over and seeing what works best. It might be a matter of, say, factory moldings fitting better.
You know, my Genesis, these guys actually got me the OEM glass, Tom, so I brought it down there. They said, on this particular car, you want OEM, and they got that for me.
Now, these windshields nowadays are getting very complicated, right? You have all kinds of sensors, right?
They do. It's become a world where we have to check the late model cars by VIN, see what it comes equipped with, and in some cases, surprisingly, we do have to go with dealer glass.
And you have to realign stuff. You have to realign and recalibrate.
Recalibrated.
Oh my gosh!
Particularly Audis, they can get really tricky with that and very expensive on the calibration.
What's the most expensive? Is it the Audi with all the sensors, the most ridiculous one you've seen?
Audi or Range Rover is right up there.
How about Tesla?
That can get really pricey. We can only get it from the dealer. There's no aftermarket source for that. And so it's just like a dealer purchase with labor only on the insurance. So
how much is a Tesla windshield, just out of curiosity, Rob?
My gosh. We transported one recently. It looked like a sail on the back of the pickup, carting it from one store to another. But I think about $1,500 on that one.
Wow. How much did you say? 15?
$1,500.
I thought there were some. So am I wrong then? You never get into $2,000 or more?
Not mine was.
Oh, we can. Yeah. We do a lot of work for Mike Ward, and they get into some of the McLarens and Maseratis. And most of those are dealer class too, but they can get into $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 on those.
You guys also do the side mirrors on vehicles too, right?
We do. There's a great product that's out that it's an exact fit with a convex mirror, so it's going to be just like the original.
That's a big deal because those have become so expensive when they break, and they have the sensors for the lane departure and for cars and stuff, and you deal with all that.
Nothing is just simple anymore.
$1,400 for a side mirror. We had one. And
now, do you guys do? This is a funny question, but do you guys do rear glass? The rear windshield, for lack of a better word.
We sure do. Everything, I tell folks, we do everything with glass that pertains to vehicles on wheels.
Do you do tinting?
How about sunroofs?
We don't. Totally a separate deal.
As far as tinting, what about sunroofs?
Sunroofs, we can R&R the glass in and out of it, but we don't get into the mechanics of it.
Okay. 303.
In other words, removing the frame and all that.
Let me give your number out, 303-423-3500. Rob Knight, Premium Auto Glass. You didn't know you were going to come on today, so I'm going to ask you on the spot, do you have a screaming deal you can do for maybe the next 5-10 people or maybe the next hour, or you name it?
And how many, tell people they've got a ton of locations. They do the whole Front Range. This isn't one place, and they do mobile as well.
You do mobile, so any special you can think of?
We could do that. Our repair price is normally $65 for in-shop or mobile on the regular rate, and for the next 10 callers, we could do $35.
Oh, that's really good. $35 repair. Deal. Next 10 callers only in shop,
and they guarantee.
Okay, now listen. In shop only. The next 10 callers do not show up at Premium Auto Glass unless Rob has given you the okay. So it's the next 10 callers. I'm going to give you the number for a $35 repair, and that's a repair of a bullet or the little what do you call them? I call them bullet holes.
Rock chips.
Rock chips, yeah.
About cracks an inch and a half is usually what's acceptable for repair.
Okay, 303-423-3500. Next 10 callers only. 303-423-3500. 303-423-3500. Next 10 callers only, and you have to drive it in, and they'll fix your chips for $35. That's unbelievable. Now, here's what I need to know. What about how small can a chip be? I noticed one, just a tiny little sparkle where it's a chip. Can that be fixed, or is it not worth messing with?
I would leave it alone.
Okay.
If it's just
They're
surface,
called
we're gonna
pits.
do,
Yeah, they're like little
you can't
pits.
really drill with that.
Yeah.
Rock chip or pit.
Yeah.
And if it's just surfacey or it's a little ding in the glass, more harm than good.
Okay.
Because what we have to do is drill down to the laminate in the glass, inject resin for repair, and it does more harm than good for that.
All right. Well, thank you very much for
Thanks,
coming
Rob.
on. We appreciate it. It's Premium Auto Glass. Okay, so listen, very quickly, I left off with PJ, a 2010 Volvo. A month ago, he bought it and had some problems starting. He has a 12/12 warranty. I don't know where we're going with this. So, John, excuse me, I'm not sorry. John, hang on. It's not you. PJ. PJ, so where do we stand today? Where do we stand today, and why did you call?
Well, the check engine light came on, and I took it back to John Elway, and they did the diagnostics test, and they said
where does it
might be something internal.
Okay, so what are they going to do for you?
They said they can't fix it.
Well, you said you had a 12/12 warranty. What does that mean?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, did you read the warranty? Did you buy the warranty, or did it come with it?
It came with it.
Did you read it?
Actually, I didn't.
Okay, so you bought the car as is, except for the warranty. And I don't think warranties cover starters. They cover drivetrain usually. But guys, do you know of any warranties that cover the starter?
No, what he's talking is a problem starting or problem with the starter?
It's problem starting.
Starting, and you had oil issues.
When
and all
they
that,
say it might be internal, they mean internal with the starter or the engine?
I guess with the engine, because they are saying they don't have the technology to fix it in their garage.
It's because it's a Volvo. It's a specialized vehicles. Those vehicles do. And
do you guys work on Volvos?
Yeah, we actually have. This particular car, there are multiple years they've had issues with not only the coils like he's had done, but the connectors go bad.
So
Volvo
it could
has
be
a
something
kit.
simple.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's what you hope. But they're notorious for these misfire and hard starting.
Now, PJ, we can get it analyzed for you, but here's the problem, okay? Your warranty may not cover it. I mean, that's why we have to see what's wrong first.
You gotta read
if it's minor, it doesn't matter. If it's major, they may not cover it. And you bought it with 84,000, not terrible, 2010. That's not terrible mileage.
Is the warranty with the dealer or is it a separate company? Do you have an idea?
It's with the dealer.
Yeah, dealer. I knew it.
Yeah, but at least if he gets a good diagnosis.
Yeah, he's got to try to find another way around and see. Yeah.
It actually, the raid says #1 misfire, but they can't find the problem with the misfire. So
I don't understand how an Elway dealership says they don't have the technology because of the make. Is that why?
That's what I'm saying, because I mean that's where I'm calling you to find out what my next step is.
Here's what it is. There's specialty tools on those Volvos that are required when you disassemble a head or do work on those, and that's what they're staying away because they don't do it all the time.
Yeah,
they
but
don't have those
if
tools.
you came up with a code or something and told them what was wrong exactly.
Yeah. So what they're
And
feeling...
listen, you may have to pay a little for this diagnosis if it goes beyond just a cursory look.
They feel it's a mechanical problem, not an electrical ignition problem.
But I can't help you unless you have a diagnosis. And I'm not sure if Norris can do that at SOS Inspections or Automotive MDs. It might be too specialized for a mobile. But here's the deal. Call Al, 303 Pro Auto, and tell him you were on the show with the Volvo, PJ, and let's get it analyzed. We can't do anything until we do that.
Yeah, call us.
And then we'll determine if it's a warranty issue or not.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Dan Caplis at 4. More with Tom Martino coming up on 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Exxon and Mobil's new Synergy Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline.
It's Friday. That means some of those slow spots are popping up with a vengeance. Westbound I-70 approaching Central Park. Actually, a minor crash or a stall in the center lane is what's causing the delays there. Westbound I-70 backed up way past 225 at this time, so pack your patience there. Also slow in the elevated portion as well. Westbound 270 heavy either side of Vasquez. And northbound I-25, a bit of a nightmare downtown. Slow from Broadway traveling up towards Colfax as well. The weather forecast. Going to be a chance of afternoon thunderstorms today with a high near 91. Right now, a few clouds hanging out above in the Mile High City and 83. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
Exxon and Mobil's new Synergy Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline. Their best fuel ever keeps your engine 2 times cleaner for better gas mileage. It's supreme. It's premium. It's Supremium. Fill up today or go to Exxon.com for more details.
IdealHomeLoans.com. This is a lender. They lend their own money. They close their own loans. They underwrite it. Now, here's what's good about that. They do processing in-house. They do everything in-house, and it can take 3 weeks or less. They'll put all their guarantees in writing. Like, for example, the interest rate guarantee, if they go down, just by 0.75% over the next 2 years, they'll refinance you free of charge. They also have any term you want. You pick the term, and they'll do the loan. You don't have to go back to 30 years. You still get the lower interest and save money. And credit optimization, which means legally, ethically, and quickly to get you better back-end pricing. All in all, deal with a direct lender for your discounts and your promises, and that will be an ideal loan with IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. 303-867-7000.
For hormone bros, hold on, let me kill this for a minute.
Now he's eating. When he talks, you get to eat. Let's see if your credit card showed up.
Did you give thought to our conversation last night?
I did. I tried to get Eddie in here, but Eddie went to the concert last night to
God, this week's
Billy Joel, right?
Billy Joel.
It's crazy.
They sold it out.
There's
Yeah,
three huge concerts this weekend.
So he was supposed to be in at 10 this morning, and he got in. He's like, I'm coming in at 11:30. I was like, well, I wanted to bring you with me so we could talk.
We'll put something together that makes sense for you guys. But I think we truly do hit it on Friday or Thursday. We do.
That'd be fine. We can get Chef in here. We can get me in here. We can get him in here, or whatever. But
Yeah. I like that.
I need to come and see you. Monday's my anniversary. I think my wife will book with you guys.
Okay, make a reservation.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll grab a business card for you. Okay.
Aquí lo tengo, mira.
Go to the one he's at too. He's over a couple, but go to the.
Oh, you? Well, yeah. You can go downtown, but you're gonna get homeless traffic. You're gonna get.
I live right down the road from here. So.
Okay, cool. What about you? We can leave you alone. Then.
Started off in Wait Staff.
I should have done that before I let you eat.
You turned me on when you said they were open and you said you had a wonderful dinner.
Oh.
That next weekend I went and took them.
Oh, like a couple years ago.
Yeah, when you mentioned it. Yeah. It's been 2 years, right?
Someday it'll be less of an arduous trip up the...
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
They had this thing last night. You don't drink, but it was a wine tasting.
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
big
we're
on wine,
hoping.
but
We don't
Suzanne
know.
is.
You wine a lot, though.
We just have no
They had
idea.
their chicken I had was
Thomas
unbelievable.
loves it.
Their steak.
Oh, good.
And
He's,
then,
he's back in there for a
so we
second.
had steak. Then you have
I haven't
chicken.
yet.
Then you
I know.
have salmon.
You know
Then
me.
you have lobster.
I told my husband that
So we had
calamari.
4 meals.
I said...
Took 3
oh,
hours.
And the last 2 nights.
It's a thing they do
we've been eating for
occasionally. It's
dessert.
unbelievable. But it's all about the wine, I guess.
It was...
They
so
pair the
that
wine with the
recipe.
dishes.
Wine is crazy.
It's chipped.
Wine has got to be the most craziest thing.
She's got to get
There's
it
so I know shit
It's
about
not-
I
wine.
know nothing.
Nothing. I know
There's
this,
a ton
man.
punch to it.
There's not a lot of. Well, I guess there is some cheap wine.
Yeah.
Like Costco's got its own brand that actually, I guess, isn't bad, but then there's $500 bottles of wine. How much profits in wine at a restaurant level? You know, you guys, Shanahan's, anybody. What is it?
Couple hundred.
Is it 100% markup or 200?
200.
No,
It depends on the wine,
Yeah,
but
depends on the
it
wine.
can be
And you
Yeah.
guys do better.
The
when
cheaper wines, obviously, the higher the markup.
You know, we left Perry's to go to your place, and he was there. The GM at Perry's was at your place.
Poaching.
Yeah, he said he was there. You guys all get together, don't you?
I was thinking
With the
because
sales
why is it
managers.
so hard
So
to
it's
get,
part of their management team and ours.
through.
We all
It would be a good day to get
Okay. But sometimes they come in when the GMs cross shop. They're cross shopping. That means they're slow. Something's going on. They want to know what's.
He knew.
What's
He knew.
going on.
I had reservations with him too. So talk about awkward. I go in there. He's looking at me. He's like, "I saw you guys were coming into
You're like, well,
Perry's."
Andrew,
that guy? Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome. It's Friday. It's fun day. It's car day. 303-713-TALK. And we have lunch, and this is a makeup lunch, I look at it as, because apparently there was a party that I wasn't invited to. All of a sudden, Mark's talking about a wine tasting,
and stuff. And then Suzanne says, "Oh yeah," and then Dash says, "Oh guys,
lobster,
I
all kinds of stuff.
I was invited too, but I couldn't make it." And I'm thinking, okay, where the hell is this party, and why wasn't I invited? I think I must have got lost in the mail or something because
You're last on the list.
I knew nothing about it. Well, I know because he brought it in today.
That doesn't help anything.
So, he figured, okay, I didn't invite him. I screwed up, so here's what I'm going to do. No, you were going to come in anyway, actually. Andrew Cortez is the manager, sales manager. Sales manager. What is a sales manager? You like group sales and stuff?
Private dining group sales, and I market the restaurant on the local level. And a little bit of everything.
But you're not on the floor every night?
I am on the floor every night.
Oh, my gosh.
I've never not
Usually
seen
because
him
I
at
drink
the
too
Ruth's
much.
Chris
And that's
here.
why I end up
Anyway,
on the
it's
floor.
Ruth's Chris. I never understood the name. Is Ruth's Chris someone's name? Or is it Ruth and Chris or Ruth's?
So you want the quick short story?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so Ruth Fortel, 1965, single mom.
Ruth.
Ruth is her name.
Yeah.
Divorced 2 kids. In the 60s, it was not cool to be a single mom, would be divorced. That wasn't the thing to do. Ruth was kind of a badass. She was a trailblazer, and she decided that she was going to buy a steakhouse. She knew nothing about steakhouses, nothing at all. So she bought Chris's Steakhouse. Chris's Steakhouse. That was her steakhouse.
And where was Chris's Steakhouse, the first one?
The original one was in New Orleans.
Okay.
On Happy Jack Street, New Orleans.
Okay.
And in the 60s, there was a bad tornado. And everything was torn down and destroyed.
Yeah.
Including Chris's Steakhouse. Was one of them. Or Chris's actually stayed afloat.
Yeah.
Ruth became very popular in New Orleans because she fed the masses. She had all of these freezers full of meat, these refrigerators full of meat, and she fed everyone. So she became known for that. So she had to. That's how she kind of became famous. She also
then started opening up in other cities.
But that restaurant actually burnt down. So Chris's restaurant burnt down. When it burnt down, she's not a marketing person. She's not a branding person. And they said, well, you can move the restaurant, but you can't call it Chris's restaurant anymore because the lease says it has to be on this lot to be called Chris's. If you move it, it's something else. She says, I don't care. She kind of smoked a lot. Bruce did, and she drank her gin.
Is she alive today?
She's no.
Okay.
So she says, well, you know what? I don't really care. Call it Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Don't care. And that's simple. There's no branding team behind that.
No, because no one would have ever picked that name.
And her marketing plot, her plan was she would leave her door propped open. So during the middle of the day when guests were walking by, she'd make sure they would see her cutting the meat, and she'd wipe the sweat off of her brow and go, oh man. And people would walk by and go, look at that poor Ruth Chris. She's a single mom. Poor thing. We should go in there and eat. And that was her little thing. She really didn't care about being.
So how many Ruth's Chris steakhouses?
We have 156 locations total. We've got 2.
How long has it been around?
Since 1965.
Wow, so that is a fantastic story. Any of the original family still involved?
The son is still involved. Yep.
So Ruth's son.
We are corporately owned. As well.
What was Ruth's last name?
Fortel.
So it's corporately owned. Did she sell before she died, or did she maintain ownership?
They did go public. She was still alive when that happened.
That's pretty good. That's a cool story.
What a success story.
It's a cool story. And the location that this lunch came from, which, I think I always thought it was Jackman. People, oh, that's delicious. What are you going to say? It's not. Although it truly was delicious. But I really hesitate having people bring in food because I tell them, look, if I don't like it, I'm not going to say anything. Now, I won't insult you. I just won't mention it at all. In other words, I just won't mention it. Thank you.
Have you ever had a steak sandwich like that, though?
No. Here's the thing I expected was to chew. You know what I'm saying? Like
a hoagie style.
When you take a bite of meat, how you have to. Yeah, and it was amazing.
It's tender.
Hold on a sec, though. This is the DTC location. Is that what you call it?
Correct. Yeah, Denver Tech. DTC.
Where is it?
It is on.
I know where it is. I'm telling you for the audience.
It's on Bellevue Street.
Is that new? On Bellevue Avenue and Bellevue and what? What is that? Is that it? It's
Bellevue and 25.
It's quarter mile west.
It's a quarter mile west on the right.
It's in the Western Union building, or what's known now as the Western Union.
That's a good way to do it.
You can see that big yellow strip up on top when you're going by.
Well, thank you very much, and we really do, and I really mean that. I appreciate it, Andrew. Now, something really good. Oh my God, we're not going to do it today, but you listen Monday. We're going to give away gift certificates for $100 each. That is one major gift certificate. So be listening Monday. It's not going to be difficult to get because Mondays, people are laid back. Monday, Suzanne, you remind me, we'll plug these things, and it'll be fun.
What are we going to do? Trivia?
I don't know. What? I got to come up with it, but I'm saying that
the
Monday,
best singer?
Monday, we have a very quaint audience. Everybody, our regular listeners, you're going to get a chance. I'm not going to let new listeners get it. So that's a hint.
You'll have the weekend to think about it.
Yeah. John, you have a 17 Toyota Tacoma. What is the problem? Now, hold on a sec. I just want to ask something in general. I was told that newer vehicles have a lot of leaching. In other words, there's a lot of stuff that stays on. And because of that, your battery will drain. I was told one time with a Mercedes sedan that if I kept it more than 30 days without driving, I need to keep a little maintainer on it. Guys, is that true or not?
100%.
How long does it take to run down?
Parasitic draw now, especially on that 17. He's got multiple computers.
How long does it take?
30 days. It depends on the...
But I'm talking about John. John, how long does it take for yours? Is it... That's not uncommon. However, this is called parasitic drain, okay? And Lakewood Auto Electrics has a special tool. I think Kevin bought one. Kevin Calkin at Sheridan Auto Tech. I don't know if you have one.
Yeah, we have something like that. We had something different than this, but we have.
But
that's what he needs to do.
It is an automatic. It's a computer they put on your car, and they can tell to the pinpoint where you have a parasitic drain, if it's more than it should be or right as it should be. Isn't that cool? Lakewood Auto Electrics is the guy who invented it. Alarama says he has a similar tool. Kevin Calkin, I know for sure, has the one that Lakewood markets. But where are you located? Ooh.
Where is that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would go to Lakewood Auto Electrics only because and I would make an appointment and say you want to know if your parasitic drain is beyond normal.
Real cheap, repair too. Get a little battery tender. The little small chargers, very small.
Oh, they're tiny.
And you can put them on the hood, and you can just put the extension cord through your grill. You put them in the garage, you can plug them in. For guys,
don't they make some that plug into the cigarette lighter now?
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. But
and you don't want to disconnect the battery. Some people put on a battery switch.
Yep.
But man, when you do that, then you have to reset everything.
Yeah. Your Ferrari, you had to jump start like every time you drove because it never drove.
The Ferrari we had to keep maintained after a while. It's just, in fact, in the trunk, I didn't know this. They had two little studs for that I didn't know what they were for. Covered with rubber. They were there for battery maintainers. And Ferrari, he said, "Did you ever look in that pouch?" And I said, "What pouch?" He said, "Over there, take it out. It's a battery maintainer." I mean, they actually sell it with.
They have it with it.
It's an accessory that
you never knew existed.
No, and it doesn't clip. It's a very neat installation. It inserts into that automatic, those studs, and you plug it in. So yes, Mark, you must keep that maintained. Yeah. And again, because you hardly ever drive them. We have more coming right up.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
This guy. This is good food. Holy shit. You know, I love all of them, man. I love Perry's. Perry's to me is trying harder than most of them.
Oh, that GM over there, man, he never stops. Oh,
I just like the atmosphere. It's a beautiful restaurant. I do like Shanahan's a lot. You don't like it so much.
I'm telling you, I like, out of the four around here, Shanahan's is my least favorite. Dell's, I really like Perry's, but I'll tell you, I always get the pork chop, man. I always get it.
The problem with the pork chop, it's not a problem. I never eat it.
It's 3 people.
I eat the rib.
Oh my God, the pork chop, they call it a 4-finger. It is more food than you'll eat. I guarantee it, man. Not even close. Suzanne and I split one, and we still take home about half.
Guys, listen to this. I like the pork chop, but I eat the ribs and take the big chunk home for the rest of the frickin' week.
The ribs are, I like that one little cut.
Honest to God, lasts me 3 days.
They serve it table side. It's got three or four bones.
I eat
then
the bones.
He's got what he's talking about, this huge thing,
And
then
I
it's
sliced
got another
that.
piece.
Now that big thing, I slice thin and keep it for sandwiches or with the local carb tortillas.
Where is it? Perry over here? Where is it?
It's in
Park Meadows. Right at Park Meadows.
Okay.
Right by the restaurants there, the nice restaurants.
You know
not
what?
The food court. You know?
Yeah, Fogo de Chao and I love that place.
We've got to try that. I didn't realize
Mark.
that's a chain. They're everywhere.
And it's over at right near Perry's.
Yeah, I know. We saw it.
It's
It used
really
to be
good.
an Italian joint.
It is really good.
My favorite
No,
Italian
they built it out.
Maggiano's.
Mark,
Delicious.
they built that restaurant out. I didn't know there was one there before.
No, there was a restaurant there.
All right, listen to this special. Mark Machowski, Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. They will do a free transmission diagnosis, which includes taking the transmission out and opening it up. Here's what's crazy. If you decide not to have the work done, there's no obligation. Yes, they won't charge you for that. If you decide to take it somewhere else, they won't charge you. If you decide to have them do it, they're not going to back charge you for it. 303-781-9858, 303-781-9858. Budget A1. Look for them on my referral list at referrallist.com. This student loan thing, Mark, these people got fucked royally. Do you know that she signed a power of attorney and they took out a brand new loan in their name and kept the money?
I heard.
God, isn't it?
Of course.
Do you know what? I could not steal from somebody, even if they let me. Think about this couple. Wouldn't you go to bed at night thinking, well, I just took $35,000. I mean, how do people do that shit?
You gotta shut something off inside, man.
Man! I mean, I guess it would feel better if they're ultra rich.
Now, why did that do that? Why did that? It's so weird.
God, this food.
Yeah, give me a cover.
You know what? I'm going to say something, and this is without qualification. That's the best crab cake I have ever tasted, ever. Suzanne. Oh, I'm sorry. That is the best crab cake I have ever tasted. I'm serious. Bar none. Bar none. The best.
Is it better than the one you like at Dell's?
What's that?
Do you like it better than the one at Dell's? Well,
there's something about
I know it's not.
What's the answer to the question?
What's the answer though? Which one do you like better?
They're both really good for different reasons.
She's a liberal.
And if elected,
yeah, she's
free college
Democrat. It's like an attorney too. It depends.
Oh, that's why you said it depends.
Oh, now that's got a different meaning in my mind now.
I'll never. Yeah, that's a crazy joke, man.
You like the green toaster?
The green one?
Your parasitic green toaster?
No.
You don't like it?
No. What?
I was asking.
I'm waiting to be set up. I'm waiting to be set up. We just left that joke, and I'm like going.
No, you were talking to. You have a similar device as one Brian.
We use. My guys have a couple of tools that they use. They've got a flint meter that he uses with parasitic drop. But he came and demoed it, and I have a really amazing guy. Gary, he's 35 years experience, and he's an electronic genius. He uses his fluke. He goes through and checks. We got the unit and we demoed it, and he said it will find and know in the software what type of vehicle it is by plugging it in, and then it will tell you the area. Well, he's like, what? I can accomplish that same exact thing just going off of my pin checks and do my difficulty.
It sets up and runs easier. There's no doubt.
Yeah, no, I bought one.
You did? You like it?
But we hardly ever use it.
We
don't see a lot of that stuff. So
I know Kevin uses his constantly.
Yeah, you guys would use it.
Hey guys, why do they call fittings, compression fittings and other fittings for tubes and stuff, why do they call them 1/8 NPT when they're not 1/8 of an inch? They're national pipe thread, but they're not. They call it 1/8, and it's always the same exact round size, but that round size has nothing to do with 1/8 of anything. Why do they call it 1/8? They call it 1/8 3/16. That means 1/8 socket, screw, and then the 3/16 hose. Or there might be an 1/8 quarter, or there might be an 1/8 half. But where's the 1/8 come in? I never heard that measurement. I don't understand it. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303.
Tom Martino here, 303-713 Talk. Christine, what's going on with you?
Yes, I was calling because my daughter was she was profiled racist, and
she was. Christine, she was profiled.
Yeah, and
like how profiled? Explain the situation to me.
Okay, she was coming from getting her something to eat at a fast food restaurant, and she was driving down the street, and she lives in Van Buren, Arkansas. And out of all the people that was lined up in that row, they only pulled my daughter and her boyfriend over.
But when they pulled your daughter and her boyfriend over, what was it for? Were they investigating something?
They didn't give them no ticket. They didn't give them anything.
When you say, first of all, were they in a car?
Yeah.
Okay, and they got pulled over. When you say they got pulled over, were the police making routine traffic stops there? Did you see other people pulled over?
No.
Okay, so they just pulled over them, but was there a reason for pulling them over? In other words, was there a robbery in the area, or was there something in the area where they said, yeah, it must be these people?
No, it wasn't nothing like that. They said that they had ran a check on her license plate and that her car came back as a black Altima, but her car was silver.
Her car was silver. So they saw a conflict and thought, we better check it out. What did they find?
They just found out that the car that they had messed up on the registration. Instead of putting silver.
Well, then it's not like they stopped them for no reason. I mean, there really was a reason. And when you say they were profiled, for what reason? For what reason? I mean, I don't want to assume anything. Are you saying ethnically or race-wise? Why were they pulled over, do you think?
Race-wise.
And what race would that be?
For being black is what she's saying, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to assume it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she could have any number of ways of being profiled. So they saw a black couple. What were they both black? Okay, they saw a black couple in a car and pulled them over. But here's what I don't understand. Why do you feel it's profiling, Christine?
Okay, because there was a whole bunch of other cars that, but they was even in a line, and it was cars behind them.
Was it like a traffic? Was it a jam on traffic? A traffic jam?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Christine, it could be that you see they can run numbers in split seconds. They have these cameras. They can run the numbers. It could be that they were running numbers and your daughter's number came back with a conflict and they thought it might be a stolen vehicle or something. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe the other registrations did not have any red flags. I mean, in other words, what? And let me ask you this, and I don't mean this to be insensitive, but how did it harm her, or what did it do? Did they detain her, or take the car, or impound it, or how did it affect her other than it was a routine stop?
Okay, they detained her. They towed her car.
Oh! I didn't know that. They towed her car.
Why though? Why'd they tow it? They're not going to tow it because the registration color's different.
Well, they might.
No way.
They told her she had her insurance, her driver license, and everything.
Wait a minute. Was her insurance lapsed?
No.
So the only thing wrong was on the registration. It said the car was black.
Right.
And the car is really silver. Yeah. You think they went overboard, basically.
They're not going to tow it for that. All they got to do is look at the registration and the VIN number. If that doesn't match, then there is a problem. But if it matches, they're not going to tow it over the color of the car. No way, Jose.
Christine, are you sure that's why they did it?
I am positive. And also, she went to court yesterday.
Yes.
And the judge wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. They said if she pled not guilty, that they was going to give her 10 days in jail.
No, wait a minute. Not guilty. What was she charged with?
She was charged with they had some marijuana in the car. They had under a gram of marijuana in the car.
Okay. Now we're talking about something totally different. So, did they find the marijuana before they towed the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, Christine, listen. Here's what they have. They wallpapered it, it's called. I don't know if it's fair. I don't know if it's evenly applied, but here's what happened. The registration showed a different color car, so they stopped and searched.
That was the probable cause.
And then they found the marijuana, and that's why they impounded the car. I'm shocked that they went through this. So by pleading, I didn't realize she was actually charged with a crime and pleaded guilty. So, Suzanne, we're out of time. I want to get Christine some free legal advice on Monday, okay? Christine, we'll try to help you out and figure out if there is something there or not. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget Pro Auto Care and Kimmer Transmission, both on the referral list. And save all your problems for me at referralist.com. So many people ask me what kind of procedure.
I was thinking maybe the VIN didn't match.
We have another hour, sorry. Hold on. Tell her to hold on. Oh my God, I thought it was over. Hold on.
You know, I'm starting to really worry about him.
I know.
He was ready to leave.
No, I was. I swear to God.
I knew the way you ended it by bringing these guys up. I'm going, he thinks it's the third hour.
Maybe if I pee, it'll get better.
There's been a couple times, right?
What did he start off the show with a conversation with Jeff about being older and feeling that I'm younger, but my body, and wasn't it something like that? I'm going, you get the effects of age, bro. That's all it is. You can't do anything about it.
I just hope he doesn't start smelling hair like Biden.
Wow. Oh, this is my favorite friend. Barack. How you all doing?
I actually like those memes with Barack Obama and Biden and them where he's saying stupid shit, or Biden's doing stupid shit. And
there's so much of it.
They're fucking funny as hell.
You gotta try Perry's, bro.
Okay, I'm going.
You have to get the pork chop.
And so it's over on the side by 470 then? Over in that part of the mall?
Behind
P.F. Chang's?
No, behind it. In fact, almost complete opposite side.
Do you think I should go there for my anniversary instead of Ruth?
Where? Go where?
Perry's or Ruth's?
You ask a girl, not him.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Perry, has she been to Perry's yet?
No.
Have you?
No.
Have you had that? You haven't had that pork chop. You gotta go.
That's what I heard. The pork
Would you get pork chop or you want a steak?
No, this is not a normal pork chop.
No, it's
Look out,
table
this
side
tall.
carb.
They described this thing. It's insane. It's got multiple bones.
This tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
It's like no pork chop you ever had. They smoke it for like 8 hours.
You share it. Share your meal.
Oh, Mark and I can't finish it. And we're pretty big eaters because we only eat once a day.
No,
so
there's no way you and your wife will finish that full thing. There's no way.
You have the arms are like.
Yeah, I've been working.
And then
good.
what?
No, it looks good.
I gotta kick it. I gotta keep it tuned up.
I was gonna say, holy.
What was that? What's that thing you order with it though? That's delicious.
Risotto.
Risotto.
The mushroom risotto is.
Oh my God! I don't even like risotto.
It is such a good balance with the pork chop that.
So you split the pork chop. Okay. You get and then pick out sides you like because everything's a la carte.
I'm taking advice. Risotto with mushroom.
Fuck that! I can't even believe I love it.
But Ruth's Chris is really great too. I mean, don't get me
We've
wrong.
already been there.
Yeah, if you haven't been to Perry's, go to Perry's.
I'm going to Perry's. I'm going to call him Monday. Anniversary. 23 years.
Ask for Robert. Just have the manager come over. He's almost
always. I read it on a Ruth Chris card.
Yeah. Robert. Just say, hey, he's the general manager.
I don't go out enough.
No.
You know, Rob, we've discovered most of these. That stupid restaurant week.
Yeah.
Once a year they have restaurant.
They do that restaurant week, yes.
The only thing I'll discover new stuff, but there's so many times I'll go in and I'll end up ordering off their regular menu.
Yeah, because you didn't want what they had on there.
I know, which pisses me off because.
Like 25, 30 bucks, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the steakhouses are usually $50, but it includes everything.
You drink and everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, dessert. Salads, everything.
I wonder if in the show that's a piece that, when that restaurant week comes in and get some of the restaurants you guys go to and give commentary.
Yeah, it's fucking good, man. Now, I've been to some I'll tell you one I did not like. She liked it. What's that steakhouse across from Maggiano's that I didn't really like?
didn't really care for the. I mean, their salmon's good. Eddie Merlot.
Eddie Merlot.
We can hear you anyway. You don't have to talk over the.
Yeah. I did not like Eddie Merlot's that much. It wasn't bad, but for
Okay, that's where we ran into Tim Haggard and his wife.
yeah, we were sitting there in the head honcho here.
Oh, Timmy, I know Timmy. I know his wife too.
Oh yeah, he was with his wife. He didn't even know it was restaurant, so they walked in. I said, "Well, you got to." I said, "Order off the restaurant menu," because these places won't. The regular diners that come in have no idea they have that menu because they want full menu price.
Right.
So they never know. Perry's does the same thing. Anytime you go into these kind of places, including Dell's, ask if they have a certain menu going on because they won't fucking tell you.
Special monthly menu.
Yeah, special monthly
really?
menu.
Special monthly menu. Okay.
Yep, it's crazy. Like last time we went to Perry's, all of last month, you'd get the full-blown pork chop.
Listen.
It would include the sides, dessert, and salads
Let
for
me ask something.
basically the same price that
We
you
have a
basically save
prime
$50.
position. A prime position for
For
a
what?
mid-engine Corvette. It's ahead of everyone.
He's trying to kill me. Through who? Our Norm?
Through Rowley, we need to shit or get off the pot. They need a $2,500 deposit. Now listen, it's fully refundable if we decide
How
not
much
to do
is it?
Huh?
How much over invoice is he asking?
Oh, he's only doing his normal.
Well, what is that?
2%. Over
So,
invoice,
how
not
much
over.
is the
He's not
car?
asking the world for this car.
How much is it?
He said they top out at about 72 or 74.
Yeah, 70, 72. That's what I've heard.
Oh, God! Why am I buying a stupid Corvette?
It would be the only. We'd have one of the. I mean, these are like Henstein.
Jeez, how often? Honest to God, the only problem is I don't know how often I drive this fucking thing.
Yeah, but Suzanne would
You know what's funny is you mentioned it to me, and then months later say, "Where's our car?" And now you say,
That's
"Oh,
it. I went out and
can't."
bought a car in the meantime.
Mark, you weren't going to use this car.
I know.
So I have a guy that brings the Corvette to our shop. He has 4 guys that own it. And
Well, here's the deal about this car. First
Actually,
of all,
let's get 2 more people in. Are we going to be able to keep it at your
My
at the
garage.
hangar?
Oh, or at my house.
Well, the hangar's just so much closer.
Yeah, I
That's
could.
the only reason.
Here's the thing. Yes, we could, and then everybody could.
How often
But
do you think you drive it?
It's not about driving. It's about having the first issue of the mid-engine Corvette. It's a collector.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding.
Jeez,
by the way.
maybe we buy it and just
We
fucking
can-
not even put a mile on it.
We can sell our position for sure, but I'm not sure he likes that idea, and I don't think I'm going to do that. But I have to decide if I'm going to do it.
Get the
I have some
get the
ideas.
total price. That's what I want to know.
Well, they don't have it yet because, honest to
Oh,
God, it
they
hasn't built.
don't.
But it's going to be.
I
look,
want everything.
it's-
We don't want a
I
fucking
know,
mid-
but and he said mid-70s will be everything.
everything.
Yeah.
They don't have like $100,000 one.
No. I mean, you could do what they call aftermarket packages, like Greenwood and all that. No. Hold on. But hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Today is car day. I would like to know if any of you have heard about the mid-engine Corvette and are you excited about it? We have car people listening. Would you, if it was offered to you, would you get in line and order one? Because they are limited. Not everyone's going to be able to get one. So I'd like to know, would you get in line?
Get in line. If a reputable dealer wants, let's just say, a $2,500 deposit, and it's totally refundable, and the car's going to come out somewhere between mid-60s to mid-70s, depending on how it's equipped. What do you think? The mid-engine Corvette.
It's beautiful,
Or
man.
are you the kind that wait until a model has been out a while? But you see, it's not like Corvette is brand new. Corvette's been around. And it's not like this mid-engine new one they haven't tested. It's been in development for years. So I don't subscribe to the theory that something new has to get the bugs worked out. It's not like it used to be. I mean, what do you guys think? With the new technology we have today, do you think they literally have to beta test these cars and the first run may not be that good? What do you think?
They're getting better and better every day. The stuff comes out on the market. It's ready for use, and you're not seeing
Now, here's what would kill something. If you buy this is going to be a collector thing. I mean, every time a new platform comes out on a Corvette, it's gold if you keep the originals, right? But what would kill me is of what they do sometimes to the people who own Ferraris and stuff. when they change a body style, oh my God, does that, or do something that the earlier ones can't be retroed for. That kills the value. It does. Unless it is so desirable, they keep it anyway. But like the people with Range Rovers, which are sucky cars anyway, the worst value on the road, but these wannabes who drive Range Rovers, they buy one, and just when they buy it, if they change the body style, now you have even a more useless investment. So I want to know people's opinion. If you had a chance right now to get in line, would you do it? Now, this is really cool. And I'm wondering if it's worth, for someone truly with money who wants to do it, auctioning off a spot for charity. What do you think about that?
You mean just the spot to buy it?
Yeah.
I don't know how many people want one. I've
heard it's the most
about them.
I've heard it's the most anticipated car in one of the most anticipated cars in history when it comes to I'm not talking about the ultra exotic. It's not ultra exotic, but listen to this. That mid-engine Corvette is going to be better equipped and features than a Ferrari.
It's fast, man.
I mean, and not even speed, but I'm talking about equipment. This hour, by the way, brought to you by Renew Home Innovations. You want to talk about the Ferrari of showers? Can you believe they specialize? Now, they do bathrooms, complete bathrooms, so just put that in your head. But they also do these showers. They choreograph them. And I say choreograph because you know how you walk in, you heat this here, that there, that there. They'll do it totally custom like that. They have Serica walls, which are absolutely maintenance-free, that look just like stone because they're made from a composite of stone. RenewHomeInnovations.com. When I talk about these new things, I want you to check them out because they're really cool. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Christine. I thought it was the end of the show, and I said, let's do this on Monday. I'm going to go back to Christine. I think we might be able to get our attorney on. If not, we're going to at least see what you think about this. By the way, Renew Home Innovations is 303-904-2000. 303-904-2000 for beautiful bathrooms and showers. And they're Kohler partners. All genuine Kohler, beautiful products. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Okay, so what would you think? Okay, this black couple in a car in a traffic jam. They're pulled over. Christine says no one else is. What Christine is upset about is they were pulled over and they towed the car, impounded the car, arrested the daughter, and they told her if you don't plead guilty, you're going to have a whole bunch of trouble. So obviously, I think Christine's about to tell us she pleaded guilty. The daughter was in possession of marijuana. Not much, but I don't even know what the laws are about marijuana down there. She was in what state? Arkansas. Only medical in Arkansas. So, but I can't believe they would actually do anything. I mean, truly. So, Christine, how old is your daughter?
She's 38.
So she's no kid. And
right.
she was with a guy. And right. How did they find? I'm curious about how they found the marijuana. When you stop on a traffic stop, because her registration had a conflict in it, that it was shown as black and it was really silver, and so that was enough for probable cause to stop. But that's not enough to search a car. I don't think it's enough to search. I don't know. But did they ask, can we look around? How did that happen, the search?
She told them no. They searched it anyway. Because she didn't have any warrants, she didn't have anything.
And they found the marijuana, and then they impounded the car. And how much did she have to pay to get her car back?
I think it was like almost $300.
Now listen, I have mixed feelings here. Here's what I think. I think they probably went a little overboard, but I don't think it was because of race. That's just my gut. I just think that she was stopped, and if it's true about the registration having a flaw in it, she was stopped, and I think this search is questionable, and all of this is questionable. But she pleaded guilty, didn't she?
Yeah, and if she likes the weed, tell her to move to a state where it's legal, honestly. I mean, Colorado, right here. This would never happen here.
She pleaded guilty, and they took her driving license for 6 months, and they gave her a $1,200 fine, and they told her that she had to make $100 payments on her check, every check that she gets until it's paid off.
You know, in Texas...
Christine, was she driving under the influence? Did she get a ticket for that, too?
She wasn't even driving. She was a passenger.
I don't understand. We need more on this, okay? Here's what I need to do, Christine. We really can't go any further. I just need, first, I would like to talk to her daughter, Suzanne. If you could arrange this for Monday or Tuesday, I'd like to talk to her daughter with Joe Lazzara on, even though it's another state. I still want to give her some general advice. I also would like to know, I'd like to see the citations or court papers or anything to do with it. We're missing something, Mark.
Maybe not. I just thought of something, man. In Texas, this very day, right now, if you get caught with even a half a joint, you can do 30 days, man. Period. End of story.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you straight up.
Wow. So, but do you think there's something more to it?
I did at first, and I thought of that deal in Texas, man. I don't know Arkansas. They can be really strict in some of these states. I mean, you get caught with even a gram, you can go to jail.
Now, hold on a second. I think Mr. Ed is joking. And I know he's joking. But what do you mean by that, Mr. Ed?
I mean, she probably had an attitude with the cops. She didn't pass the personality test.
Do you think cops take into consideration personality? You know they do.
They're human. They're human.
Yeah. So you think she was, hey, aren't you from Arkansas?
That's where I'm from.
Okay, so.
Are they strict on the dope?
Really? Are they?
Oh, very, yeah.
Like marijuana will get you in a lot of trouble?
They passed the medical marijuana in Arkansas. It took them 3 years just to get it. The people said, yes, we want it. The legislature said, you're not getting it. It was tied up in court for 3 years.
Now, by
They're
the way,
tough on it.
ask Christine if this was a municipal police department like Little Rock, or was it state police? Ask her that first. I want to ask you about the police attitude down there. You live there. What do you think? Without exaggeration, are they prejudiced?
It depends on the part of the state you're from.
But
she said Van Buren, the city of Van Buren.
Oh, she did.
That's a very small rural town.
Let me ask you this. Do you sense prejudice in Arkansas?
Yes, that's why I moved to Colorado.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Suzanne, was it Van Buren police?
It sure was, Tom.
Okay, so that's a small town police department. I can see them going overboard. I can.
City cop.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Less than 4 ounces of marijuana in Arkansas. First offense is a Class A misdemeanor, maximum of 1 year in jail, and a $2,500 fine. That's crazy.
Now, Rick is on the phone. Rick is Daphne's husband, and he's a Corvette nut. And what do you think, Rick, about the mid-engine platform? It's the C8 coming out.
Well, it's been a long time coming, Tom. Corvette's been, looking into that for several years.
So do you think it'll be, in other words, here's what I'm asking, one question, and then maybe you have some concerns, but do you think there's a period of time when something comes off the line the first time, growing pains and adjustments, or do you think it's enough nowadays with engineering the way it is, they got it down?
Well, I think there can be teething issues, but, when they introduced the C7 Corvette, they didn't have a lot of teething problems, but we're going to a whole new platform, so there could be. There's always that chance.
You're in the Corvette community. You talk to people. Are people excited about this?
Yes, I actually saw one last weekend up in Wisconsin at some auto races.
It looks like a freaking Ferrari, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes.
So my question to you is, why aren't you on the list?
Yeah, why aren't you buying one?
I'm going to wait a year or two when the next advanced higher horsepower.
I'm hearing this crap.
Out.
Now, what do you mean more power?
Well, there you have the Z06, ZR1, versions of the C7. So
what is it right now at a horsepower? What is it?
I think it's just under 500, the new C8.
So what do you think will be available in a year, Rick?
6 or 7?
Well, it depends if they do a hybrid, with electric boost or just
it's 495 horsepower, by the way. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Are you kidding me?
That's great.
Starting price under 60.
If they do that hybrid electric, though, that 3 seconds will go down, man, big time.
Right, and if they add, 4-wheel drive.
I guess what I'm asking is, should I stay on the list? I got to tell my buddy Rolly Purifoy, Purifoy Chevrolet.
I think we wait for that hybrid, man.
Nah, you know what? People wait. No, there is some wisdom to waiting certain times, but that is sometimes just impossible to time technology, because there's always going to be something.
Well, yeah, that's true. And you have warranty provisions to protect you from the teething issues.
Right, that's for sure. But it looks spectacular, and I know this. The same technology is $240,000 in a Ferrari.
Oh, easily, yeah. I mean, it looks good in person, Tom. It really does.
I mean, that finish and trim is it. It's good. Yeah. So, Rick, you're going to wait, though.
I may. I don't know. I'm on the fence, maybe. But
what if you had some buddies that wanted to do it together? That could be a fun thing.
I think you'd be fighting over who gets to drive it.
Not necessarily. Al, don't you have buddies that have...
A customer.
They have co-ownership.
A customer, the co-ownership on a Corvette.
I mean, if you think about it, how often will you really be taking it out, It's not all that often.
They basically split it up over months, is what they do.
The rules would be no food, no kids.
They kind of do it like airplanes.
No food, no kids, no pets.
And no crazy girlfriends.
Well... yeah, but Rick doesn't have any crazy. He has a crazy wife. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Rick, thank you. 303-713-TALK. I want to know if anyone's excited. Okay, let's keep going now. Now, Griffin has a tow truck that dropped his toolbox. You know what? I saw the pictures. I would be pissed off. And why a tow truck? Well, I think he had his tools towed. I had to have mine done. When I moved...
These guys, that's how they move these boxes,
yeah,
man.
When I moved to my hangar, I had to get a tow truck driver to pull my toolbox onto the truck and then unload it. There's really no other way of doing it, but man, if it dropped, oh my gosh.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
There's the normal slow spots in the highway drive. Got a crash north of town on northbound I-25, north of Highway 7, backing you up to Northwest Parkway on that stretch, so just pack your patience there. Got a few wrecks off highway. One on the northbound side of Parker at Long Avenue. Police are on the scene. Serious wreck at Evans and Dahlia. If you can, just avoid that area for now. And look out for another crash off highway. This is on the northbound side of Havana at First. And northbound Sheridan remains closed between Quincy and Lehigh due to that water main break. Lowell or Pierce are good alternate routes. The weather forecast. Going to be a chance of afternoon thunderstorms today with a high near 91. Right now, a few clouds and 87. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
Farmers Insurance knows the difference between a car hitting your bumper and a clown car hitting your bumper.
Sorry about that.
Because at Farmers, we've seen and covered it.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Joseph A. Lazara, attorney at law. If you are accused of a crime, any crime, it's going to be a trying time. You can rest assured that Joe Lazara will passionately defend you. He does criminal defense for DUI, shoplifting, assault, when things don't go perfectly in your life. And he has flat rate pricing, which means you're not nickeled and dimed. You'll know exactly what your defense will cost, and that's it. So, if you need help, 303-429-6200. Now, I hope you don't, because there are ways to prevent DUIs. There are ways to prevent, of course, all of these crimes. But as I said, being accused doesn't mean you're guilty. And that's what LazaraLegal.com is all about. Taking care of people and their rights. LazaraLegal.com. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. Joe Lazara.
The unemployment rate is at a 48-year low. Most people who want to work are working. If you're trying to fill open positions at your business, you'll have to find your next candidate from the currently employed. iHeartMedia can help you spread the word to 93% of the U.S. population. That's right, 93%. Use this radio station to find your next employee driving to or sitting at their current job. You'll have your pick for the most qualified candidates for any position you have available. We can help. Go to iHeartWorks.com. That's iHeartWorks.com.
You know, in this hot weather, you will really appreciate a Whole House fan.
There are Whole House fans of all different makes and models. They all work, meaning that they're better than nothing. But QCColorado.com, quiet, cool, Whole House fan is the best. It's got the strongest motor, the most silent motor in and of itself, plus the installation makes it even more quiet because they install it in the attic, away from the register, okay? And then there's a little duct, well, not little, but a flexible duct that goes to the register in your upper floor ceiling. Then the remote control you can put on a wall, or you can keep it and carry it with you, or put it in a drawer. You don't have to dig into the walls. No wiring required. The whole installation takes less than an hour. You will find immediate results because it forces hot air out of your attic. Then it brings in cooler air from the bottom of your home. It destratifies the air. It swirls it up and makes it cooler. 720-398-4510. My air conditioner works half the time. 720-398-4510. QCColorado.com.
Send to Dan's email the pictures of the tow truck. Let's see what he says here. This is... There's got to be some name of the company here. Hey, Suzanne, my name is Griffin, blah, 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 common man, blah, 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 blah. His name is, it's a man's box, too. The driver's name is Eric.
Like when you're riding that Harley or Indian or Honda down the highway. And if you need it, they have electronic units, too. EAR has been offering customized hearing protection for more than 48 years.
Mr. Stein of Auto Towing. It doesn't, what the hell's the name? What's the name of the towing company? For the life of me.
Mark, that Corvette is fucking beautiful.
I know.
Why don't you just get it? You obviously want it. You're chomping at the bit over there.
I told him we'd go halves on one.
Tell me what you think.
Well, don't ever repeat this to Rolly, but I'm not a fan of Corvettes.
Oh,
so.
Have you seen this? I want a red though.
It's a beautiful car, but you know what? I've never been in a Corvette that after a while, these stupid things don't turn into a rattle box, and that just drives me nuts.
Corvettes are not rattle boxes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is.
This guy looks like he's screwed. Let me see if they said they were going to buy one. Here he is.
And then you buy the cabinets for tremendous savings direct from the manufacturer. Get this whole thing done in 1 to 4 weeks, depending on how complex, and he will give you 100% satisfaction guarantee. Part of Granite.net, simply one of the nicest people I've ever met, and one of the greatest run
This
companies.
guy was a common man. You might remember him. He met his wife on Mingle, and they married 6 months later. And he had a neck tattoo. He said to tell you he's the best looking neck tattoo guy you'd ever see.
It's promotional for the referral list.
We'll wrap it. That paint color.
Where does the hutch
Just use it for our special appearances. What?
I see. The paint, it's too beautiful to wrap, is what I was saying.
We can do the hood. Just the hood. We can just do the hood referral list. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Come on, man. Tell me about this mid-engine Corvette. You know, this is what you call doing it or getting off the pot. You can't just talk anymore. You got to either do it or not. George has a comment on windshields. Go ahead, George. What's happening? And Dave, I see you with a Corvette comment.
With a Corvette comment, I'll take you after this. Go ahead, George.
It's not only the real high-end vehicles that have this issue, these concerns about the technology in the windshield that jacks up the price really high. Most of the Subarus, all these Subaru models, as a matter of fact, have that technology available in their automatics. And it's called EyeSight, and some of them have also the windshield wiper defroster in there. So Subaru says that if there's any damage in the windshield, even if it's real small, but if it's in the vision of these cameras called EyeSight that are mounted just above the rear view mirror, if it's anywhere in that vision of those cameras, the entire windshield has to get replaced, OEM.
Well, yeah.
And then recalibrated.
Yes, that we know that.
So there's no option there at all. And a lot of people also are getting scammed. I call it a scam. Sometimes it's not really a scam, but it's heavy-handed sales when they purchase the vehicles to get windshield insurance.
I know. We also talk about that a lot, too. We agree. I mean, really, the bottom line is this. That windshield stuff you get at the dealer is crap. And also, the etched windshields they have, George, have you heard of that? For theft prevention, it's ridiculous. But you're right. You're absolutely right in everything. And I don't know if you heard it, but we did go over that about OEM and about chipping. We did not do that. We did not talk about that. But he's saying you don't have an option when it comes to chips and stuff. You sometimes have to replace the whole windshield. Sue, what's going on with you, Sue?
Hi, Tom. How are you today?
Good. I'm going to give you a little time to explain what is happening.
I bought a car and on July 15th in Montana. And I'll tell you right up front, there was no warranty on it. It's a 2009 Chevy Avalanche, has 60,000 miles. I was told they told me on the car that the Carfax report it was a one owner.
How many miles did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't write that part down. How many miles?
60,000.
Not bad. And I love Chevy Avalanches. And so what's the problem?
So they said the Carfax was one owner, never been in a wreck. I asked him about the running boards. He said they're factory. I said, how come they won't drop down? And he said, well, you have to take it to a dealership and have them unlocked. I'm like, okay. Well, I ran a Carfax when I got home. Come to find out, it is a two-owner car, which isn't that.
Wait a minute. When they told you about the Carfax, you didn't see it? You just heard them tell you this?
I saw a Carfax, but Tom, it was not a Carfax.
Well,
it was.
Well, but they can't be held to that unless it was part of the contract. Was it an exhibit?
It didn't look like a Carfax.
Okay, Sue, here's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. If they said to you, it's a one owner, and this and that and the other thing, based on some document, if that document's not part of the contract, and you bought it as is, it's not worth arguing about. You can't go back and try to say, well, you said and you said. Do you have the document? Did they give that to you, the one that looks like a Carfax, similar to a Carfax? Did they give you that document?
No.
Okay, another question I have. What did you see on the actual Carfax that you did not like?
The fact that in 2013, it was in a collision.
Oh, my goodness. That's a big... They never disclosed that. Did you ask about accident? I have a better question. Why didn't you get your own Carfax before you bought it?
I didn't know. This is only the second car I've ever bought.
Okay, I see. I can understand that. Hold on now, Sue. So how much did you pay for this?
I paid $19,000.
Okay. And is it worth $19,000, or do people tell you it's worth way less because it was in a collision?
I'm being told the collision amount was $8,318.
Okay.
And I'm being told that 19 was way too high.
Okay. Sue, there's a fine line here, whether or not you were scammed or you just were uninformed, and that's your fault. But if you were scammed, like if they out and out lied to you and said this has never been in an accident, only owned by one person, and if you can prove all that, that would be worth something. But you don't have that document. You don't have any way to prove what they told you, because they're going to tell me. Go ahead.
Tom, I did call the owner of the dealership.
What's the name of the dealership?
It's Cobalt Auto Sales up in Billings, Montana.
Cobalt, and what did they say when you talked to the owner?
He said I have the Carfax right here in front of me, and I said, why is it not showing? He said, well, we didn't use Carfax. And
they're not. They don't have to. They don't have to. Let's put it this way. If truly there was another service not as thorough as Carfax, and they depended on it, and they told you what it said, they're not doing anything wrong. They're not required to use Carfax. Carfax is not an official document. And you had the freedom to do your own Carfax. Hold on, Sue. I'm not sure what we can do about this unless you have some proof, okay? I need proof that they lied to you. That's what we need. Hold on.
This is
man. What would you do?
I don't know if she's really been that harmed. If the car was fixed properly, I don't know what the deal is. I think her problem really is she thinks she overpaid for the car now.
That's what I do.
I don't think it's got anything to do with two owners or the accident. She overpaid.
That's bottom line. You're right. You're absolutely right.
You're right. But if she likes it,
everybody puts a lot of weight on the Carfax.
You know, it's almost like the BBB. Carfax is like setting up this impression. They're now the authority on vehicles. It's really fucking amazing.
Because there are people that say if you have a car fixed at a body shop that is not an insurance deal, if that insurance company does not file that with, how do you know about that repair?
You don't know.
No idea.
You have no idea.
Just like repair shops. For years, no repairs were ever done. Then they saw another way of marketing, and so they...
What I love now, I just looked at the Carfax because I'm selling my old Genesis. So it shows one owner. It shows 0 accidents, perfect, which it is. But more than that, what I really like is it shows...
Fix It 24/7. $39 to go through any system in your home and thoroughly refurbish it. We're talking about electrical, plumbing, heating, or cooling. $39. They go through and clean all the components, and they take it apart to the extent they can. And they make all of the adjustments needed. They don't do major repairs, but they go through the whole thing. If you do need a major repair, they'll always credit you that $39 toward the repair. Now, this is a clean bill of health with a no breakdown guarantee on any system. If you're buying a home, I'd use it. $39, any system. Heating, cooling, electric. You can do any kind of level of repair, and you'll always get the best value. Now, they do free second opinions with no call charge at all if you're told you need a major repair. They often come out and find out you don't need it. You just need a minor adjustment. You can never lose with a free second opinion from Fix It 24/7. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939.
.com. People have asked.
Little boy and little girl, they're constantly in competition with each other. What everyone's got, the other one's got to get. You got to get it better. Little boy's out in the street one day and he's tootling around on a little tricycle. And the girl goes, come on, walking over, and he goes, look, I got a new trike. Got little streamers on the handles, real rubber wheels. You don't have one. She goes running in crying to mom, sure shoot. She comes out not 20 minutes later on a brand new bike. So she's out in the street one day, she's got a new wagon. She's tootling it around. Look what I got. Long wooden handle, bright shiny red paint. You don't have one. He goes in crying to mom, sure shooting, not long. Comes out, same one, but bigger. The little girl's out playing in the street, the boy comes walking up and drops his pants and says, look what I got. You can't get one. She goes running in the house crying and whining. She comes out 10 minutes later, drops her pants. She says, well, mom says, with one of these, I can get as many of those as I want.
How about this? Guy brings his date home. They're from Arkansas. They moved to Colorado. He brings his date home, and he says, so, did you have sex with your dad or brothers? And the girl says, no. Then he says, son, get her the hell out of here. She ain't good enough for her own family. She ain't good enough for us.
So I heard you ask that. So I had Rick call in. I had Rick call in because I heard you ask that. And I knew he had just seen it. And got to...
You think he'll get one, or he is waiting?
You know, so he didn't answer. I said, why didn't you answer the question? And he said...
Well, he did. He said he was going to wait. Then he waited.
He likes a high... He wants...
Oh, I'm sorry to be...
He wants more. It's not enough.
Does he know something we don't? Like, they're going to have that electric soon, or he's just kind of banking on it?
I think that there are rumors, but those rumors never sometimes come to
They're
fruition.
not going to screw their own buying base by coming out with something right away. It'll be 5 years.
Yeah. So he just, I think, is looking for the...
They never have done that, have they, on Corvettes? They don't screw their buyer base. Okay, let's ask.
And Rick said, he goes, I didn't want to say on air, I already have two. You know, if I'm going to buy a third,
yeah, but he has
it's
two
going to be
older ones in the technology.
Yeah, but he said the next one's going to be the one that I've been waiting for.
Right.
So.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Until the next one he wants comes out.
No, because then he'll sell the other one.
Why?
Or me. And
what do you have? What does he have now? Oh, what?
A Z06.
What year?
06.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it meant.
And then he has the 72
that's
convertible.
His baby.
That's the other one. They're the other one.
Is that a Stingray?
That's what I call them. Yes, it is. Okay. It's the one that caused the fire.
That's the year I was born. What a great year.
There you go.
What a great year. Yeah. For Corvettes and people.
It's, well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great year.
Great.
Is it hot? It is like they don't have the air conditioning on here.
It's nice in here.
Look at this
Muggy.
fucking, I mean, this car.
I know, it does.
He just needs to buy the car.
So this guy's at the bank.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
Can you check my balance?
GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Yep, you'll get. He does a lot of stucco work, by the way, and stucco repair. Yep. So you can do anything from the roof, the gutters, the siding, with even stucco.
Even stucco, the decks, the windows, bathrooms, kitchens, basements. I mean, it's the whole deal. So it's good if you want to get everything under one deal, whether it's storm damage or whether it's doing improvements. 303-679-8509, GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Hey, Tom.
Dave didn't hang on about the Corvette.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Tom, you know why? I wanted to tell you why Ed was playing that music. Because I was just reading an article that there's a Denver roaster considering adding magic mushrooms to their coffee.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's legal, right?
Strava Craft Coffee.
Man, that was scary.
Yeah, they already have stuff infused with the CBD.
Well, yeah, but
yeah,
CBD,
that's everywhere.
Well, no, this is the same company. They were the ones that started it, and so they're experimenting with the mushrooms now.
So, Sue, what proof do you have that? And Mark had a better question before we get to proof that they lied. What harm do you have right now? I mean, is the vehicle in good shape? Is it good shape?
Well, I've had to fix a lot. As I was leaving the car dealership, the cruise control stopped working, and my backup lights my backup camera started working.
Sue, you're going to have problems with any used car. What I'm asking is, do you think it's a lemon? Do you think it was seriously affected by the wreck?
Yes.
Did you tell them you were unhappy and wanted your money back?
I took the car back up there the next day.
And what did they say?
They assured me that they would fix the backup light or the backup camera, the cruise control, the running boards, because they told me that they all worked.
Sue, Sue, that's minor stuff, really. I mean, you don't care. You don't want the car. Okay. You have to prove you were defrauded. Now, what I want to know is this. Do you have any proof that they lied to you? Help me out. I'm trying to figure out if we can do something obvious or not. So, do you have any proof they lied?
Just from I had my eyewitness with me.
Who was the eyewitness?
That was my sister.
And they told you, did they say, now wait before you listen, before you answer. Did they say, according to this, it had no accidents, one owner? Or did they say,
yes.
Well, okay, now you answered, and you answered wrongly, because then they're free. See, because if they said, according to this, there were no accidents and one owner, then they did nothing wrong. if they said, we know, or if they say, Sue, this is a one-owner car with no accidents, do you see how that's different than saying, according to this, and then referencing a third party? Did they make the claim to you directly, or did they reference that fake Carfax? Do you know?
No, he didn't even have a Carfax when he told me. I said, is this a one owner? Yes, it is. Any wrecks? No, there has been no wrecks.
Okay. That is a misrepresentation. Okay? If he didn't even have anything in front of him, and you ask those questions, and your sister will vouch for you, I don't know what's going to happen, because it's going to be hard, because he may want you to take him to court. But I want to ask another question. Then when did the fake Carfax or the alternate car document come into play? If he didn't use that in the beginning, you said, is this a one-owner car? And by the way, is that a standard question you ask? Is this a one-owner car?
Yeah.
Okay, you ask that all the... and why is that? Why is that important to you?
I don't know. Tom, I'm not experienced.
No, I know. I just wondered why you asked it. If you're not experienced, why you asked that? Did someone tell you should ask that question?
No, it was in their advertisement that it was a one-owner car.
I got you. Wait a minute. Do you have that ad?
Yeah.
You do? Where they say it's a one-owner car?
Yeah.
No fooling.
Take a picture of it and send it to us.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
Sue, I don't want to run out of time. I want to help you. You see what I'm trying to do, Sue? I'm trying to get something solid that we can use.
Well, that was a hell of a good nugget.
What were you going to say, Sue?
I'm not. I'm getting more of your professional opinion, because I didn't know if I could even file with the Office of Consumer Protection.
Well, you could if they made misrepresentations. Look, when people get you to buy something, this is not legal advice. This is just practical, everyday experience. When people lie to you about something to make you buy it or to allow you to buy it, it could be called fraud in the inducement, meaning you lied to get me to buy it. You committed fraud by inducing me to buy it. So if you have an ad and it says one-owner car and you know for sure it's not a one-owner car, that in and of itself could be enough. But then they're going to argue there's no loss. There's no loss as a result. Now, do you have anything in writing? Do you have anything in writing that says it was never in an accident or accident-free?
No, it was just a verbal that he was spouting off.
Okay, I want you to send us everything you have. Suzanne, could you have her send us the contract and the ad, anything that she has? We're going to try to work this out. Griffin, we got pictures from you. You sent us pictures of a toolbox?
Yes, I did.
And who towed your toolbox?
Auto towing.
And how'd you find them?
Google.
And you wanted to tow your toolbox from your old job to your new job, or what?
From my house to my new shop, yeah.
I can't believe what they did. Now, here's a very simple question. They wrecked your toolbox. Are they willing to buy you a new one? I mean, your tools are fine, right?
Yeah, the tools are fine.
But are they willing to replace the box? It can't be that expensive.
Well, that's a $10,000 box there, Tom.
The box, wait.
It's a man's box.
But isn't there an upper and a lower? Did they wreck both?
There's damage to both parts. The majority of the damage is on the lower box.
That box is what make? What make is that?
Snap-on.
Oh, we're not talking Harbor Freight here. We're talking...
No, man. Ask Al. He'll tell you it's a man's box.
It's a man's box. So, Al, is that a $10,000?
Yeah, it absolutely is. How old is it?
Al, that box is, I guess, 10 years old. Al, you actually offered me a job one time. I don't know about.
Yeah, but hold on,
6 years ago.
10 years. 10 years would be a bit of a. There's a depreciation issue. I don't care what you say. Hold on.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
Highway delays across town as Friday really kind of gets underway. Usually does midday on the Fridays. Northbound I-25 slow coming out of the Tech Center from Arapahoe, traveling up towards Yale, and it slows down again downtown. Approaching Broadway, doesn't let up until you get well north of Colfax. Southbound slow on the approach to Spear as well. Westbound I-70 slow approaching Central Park, and the elevated portion slow on the west side of town between Kipling and Ward. Traveling up in the high country, bit of a nightmare right now. Westbound I-70 solid at the bottom.
He just said you almost hired him, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking he worked or something like that. I'm trying to.
Do you know who works? You know if you have a Griffin or not?
No, nobody works for me now, Griffin. But the name and his voice sounded like I knew him. But here's the
Mark,
problem.
how does the guy?
I feel for these guys because it's tough. You got a commercial?
Hold on, guys. If you've experienced a fire, flood, storm, mold, chemical poisoning or toxins, I mean your house, you know, like the pollution or the chemicals in the carpeting or anything wrong with your house, asbestos, meth, lead, here's the deal. American Restoration 24/7. Don't get ripped off twice. Don't be victimized twice. If you have a property trauma, call the company I know and trust, American Restoration 24/7, 8337-AM-REST. Keep that number for when you need it, 8337-AM-REST, or online, amrest247.com.
It's easy to see why thousands of homeowners are working with Rex on the sale of their next home. But one question remains: what's in it for the buyer?
Let me see.
What is it? What would you call chemical, not infestation, but chemical what? Chemical, not poisoning for a property. It would be chemical, something.
Like contaminated?
Chemical
contamination.
Hold on. Chemical contamination. Yeah. Yes. Contamination.
What? Oh yeah.
Thank you. I want to hear. Oh, yeah. His wife.
Yeah. B.
I saw it. I loved it.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah, send it to me again.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah.
Can you just text it or email it?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. 720? Oh, you got me.
What should he be?
And it doesn't make me any wrong. I'm not any wronger.
For what?
I said the Zach Brown, Zach Band, whatever. I said they're not that big. Who cares?
Who's that?
Exactly what I said. I don't know who they are.
Well, why do we care?
Because Ted, just for no reason, but Ted was saying how big they were. I said they're not that big.
What is the name?
The Zach Brown Band? Does that sound right, guys?
Yeah.
You know them?
Yeah.
Zach Brown Band?
Yeah.
Are they big?
They're not my style of music, but I've heard this stuff. I mean, I don't know, couldn't nail you.
Tom Martino here, okay. Griffin, there's no doubt, bro. I mean, now, you know, disclaimers are disclaimers.
But disclaimers are for... they don't really count. I mean, obviously, if the guy says we're not responsible for loss or damage, what he means is if it's something beyond his control or what they really mean. Because truly, if he says we're not responsible for damage and then says, watch, Griffin, and he tips your toolbox
I don't think
over,
they're saying that, though. I thought from
no,
what I
I'm
read,
just saying that if there are disclaimers, I wouldn't worry about them. I mean, if the guy wrecked your toolbox and he was negligent, now if it's something beyond his control, like your wheel slipped or your lock didn't hold, or tell me how it happened.
Yeah, I didn't see it happen. The driver told me it happened. He said that the straps broke because he didn't have heavy duty straps holding it down. He said they broke, box flew off the back, and passerby helped him get it back up on the truck.
Are you missing any tools?
No, I'm not missing any tools, and I did hear him talk to the owner of the tow company after we unloaded the toolbox to tell him, hey, the straps broke, the box came off, and the guy said it's my fault. I didn't sign anything before or after the tow.
Okay, so are they going to buy? Now, you do have Griffin, and I'm tired of these arguments with people, not you, but you have a 10-year-old box, okay? It's not the same as new, and I know you're thinking, well, I wouldn't have bought one. Why should I have to pay anything? You don't. If he can find you a 10-year-old box, that's what he owes you. If you can find a used one, that's what he owes you.
Hey, Tom, in the email that I sent to him, I told him very clearly, I'm not asking for a new box. I'm asking for one like this one, or comparable to this one, that or a check for the cost of.
Yeah. What did he say? What did he say?
The only time he responded to me was when it's in the email that I forwarded Suzanne. When I submitted a complaint online to the tow company, said, hey, you guys dropped my box. I said, I'm going to have Snap-on look at it and see what they think. He said, all he wrote back was something along the lines of, okay, let us know.
What will it cost to replace?
I included 2 listings that I found. It's between $7,500 and $10,000.
Now,
2 listings.
That's for used. That's for used.
Yes. That's
with
used.
Tools or without?
No, that's without tools. The listings are in the email I sent Suzanne. You should have a picture of the listings.
I can't believe, Al, that they would go for $10,000 used. That's hard.
Yeah, that's where I was at. That's where I was going with him. How old it was, and if they're going to replace. The new ones are upwards $15,000 to $20,000.
No, come here. Wait, the box alone.
Cabinet.
$50,000.
Cabinet. What do you think it costs a little bit of money to get your car repaired?
Al,
Griffin, am I wrong?
Hey, there's no way. 50,000.
Harbor Freight, $500. Tools, another $200.
One
You're
of my
done.
techs had $100,000 in cabinets.
That's not comparable, guys.
Right.
Al knows Snap-on is good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I do this for a living. I'm
Right, Griffin, a new box like what you got costs you how much off the truck?
No, seriously, what would a new one like that cost without tools, obviously?
Top and bottom.
A Snap-on.
So listen, that box new was probably $8,000 to $10,000 for the bottom half. In the top half, I did buy brand new, and it was $3,200. And I bought the top half. My kids.
But today's dollars, what would it cost you?
Brand new.
$15,000.
Brand new.
Yeah, 15 to 20K.
It's $20,000 delivered to your door all day long.
Okay. $20,000.
To a cabinet to store your tools.
Hey, isn't it a lifetime warranty? Have them replace it.
Snap-on's not going to replace it due to their negligence, man.
I know.
It fell off the tow truck.
If it was a Craftsman
man, I'm really sorry. That's a tough break,
No,
man.
it is. It's terrible.
A tough break.
Now, listen, the name of the tow truck.
Call me, I'm hiring.
The name of the tow truck, I mean, I don't see how they win. I think, how much would you settle for it? Just tell me. What?
Well, so if they're not willing to pay, I'm going to take them to small claims for the full $7,500 and hope I can get it.
Well, I know you'll get 75. I mean, not no, but how can you not get 75?
I would bet the second you served them, they would cough up the dough.
But I would go for county court and go for more. I mean, why would you settle for 75?
Because he's going to need an attorney then.
Yeah, but, well, not necessarily. County court, not necessarily unless he ponies up. If he ponies up, then he can.
He's got a lot of pictures and a good story. I mean,
you can just draft a complaint. Just go and get one of these forms and draft a complaint, have them served in county court. At least, I mean, really, $7,500, would it buy you those 2 boxes comparable or not? Used? No? Yes?
Maybe. It depends on the seller.
Well, he said he'd take $7,500, so what's the difference?
Jeff's looking up these cabinets right now on Snap.
What are you looking?
The bottom section is $24,930.
Oh, my, come on.
Yeah, but that's brand new.
This is brand new. I'm saying for him to replace comparable to new right now, that's what it costs. People have no clue what it costs.
How many of those get repoed all the time? It happens, doesn't it?
It happens. A little bit less because the tool trucks have become much smarter to that whole thing.
Okay, listen, man. We got to figure.
Can you guys just help me? I didn't. I was hoping you guys could lean on him before I'd have to take him to court.
We will. We will. Hold on. Let's assign this to somebody, and you hold on, Suzanne. Let's take this problem, and maybe Deputy Clint for this one. Walter, what's going on with you, Walter?
Yeah, my daughter got fired from her job about the 1st of June.
Yes.
She hasn't received any unemployment checks.
Okay, did she apply right away for it?
Yeah.
It wasn't denied, right? She just haven't. It was approved.
Well, that's the thing. I keep telling her to call back and whatnot, and they says, well, it's under protest. And,
oh, well, okay. Now that says it. She'll get it retroactively, but it's under protest, meaning that they're going to have a hearing.
Yeah.
When are they going to have a hearing? Do you know?
No, I mean, your experience dealing with the government and everything is it like a turtle going
Well,
up Mount
with
Everest or
unemployment,
something?
it's a little faster usually because they know people need money. She has a case number.
Well, I don't know what that is, but
they would have a case number for this.
Probably
Listen,
2 months old is what I'm.
Yeah, but it's too old. She has to figure out. She has to call the investigator and find out. Here's what she does. She finds out. How did she find out it was under protest?
Well, she called us last week, and now the guy says it's under appeal.
That's what I mean. How did she find that out? She called?
Yeah, I keep telling her keep calling.
Now she needs to call. Listen, she needs to call and ask a question, and it is this. Who is the investigator assigned to this case? Then she needs to talk to that investigator, or you call us back. That's what you need to do, to find out where it is and to get them off the dime.
Or drive down there.
When you talk exactly to the people who are involved in the case. When Mark and I have issues with people, we always have an investigator we can talk to about our side of the story. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget, Alarama's Pro Auto Care. That's 303 Pro Auto or 303proauto.com for the website. We got Jeff Vick Kimmer Transmission. TransmissionsDenver.com, 303-693-1400.
You sure it's the last hour?
Now I'm sure. I had a misfire last hour, but this is it. Have a great weekend.
Where are you going now?
Green Valley Ranch.
Green Valley. Why does that sound familiar?
Because you hear it on the commercials.
There's a beautiful casino in Las Vegas. One of the nicest fucking places there is called Green Valley Ranch.
I want to go.
It is so gorgeous.
That's
You
the
been
one
to Red
went
Rocks?
Was that the one you showed me pictures of, the place you were staying at that was just amazing?
Red Rocks is good.
Red Rocks.
2 golf courses. If you love golf, next time you go there. Red Rocks.
Thank you, brother. Have a
Love
great
it.
weekend.
And then you're going to give me tickets when I'm in town to see the
See you,
Red Rocks.
Ala, brother. See you, brother.
See you, bro. See you, bro. See you, bro. Tommy, love you, bro. Be good, all right, man? Thank you. See you.
Mark, real quick, if you had to tell, are you listening, Ed? Okay, if you had to tell someone you were from Oklahoma or Arkansas, which would you rather be from?
Arkansas. Why?
Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Why, you thought I'd say Oklahoma?
Yes.
No, fucking Oklahoma, man.
And from Arkansas, whatever.
Oklahoma.
Things are a little different down there.
Things
Yeah.
Tommy said Oklahoma.
Arkansas.
He's on my side.
Oklahoma.
Down there where the definition of foreign relations means you're having sex with somebody more distant than your
downstairs, or-
second cousin.
Yeah, I may use it.
Arkansas,
let me just
man.
say something.
Now, quick question for you, because we talked about Sue and Nissan here a couple weeks ago.
So, what now?
Sue and Nissan.
That
You look
Arkansas
and see whether or not they had
Yes.
business